Today, I'm going to be taking Steph Curry's NBA template build and going from 60 overall all the way up to 99 overall. The only rule of this video is that I'm not allowed to spend any money on VC to upgrade Steph's build, so I'm going to be showing you the best ways to make VC as a no money spent player here in NBA 2K26, while also playing modes like Theater and Park and struggling as a low overall. So I hope you enjoy as I take this 60 overall Stephen Curry build and turn him into the greatest shooting build on this game. And just like that, it is time again to start another 60 to 99 here on 2K26. We are in season 7 now. You can see all of my builds. You can see the last 3 60 to 99s we've done, and it is time again to make a new player. Now this time we are going back to the NBA player builds. For my last 60 to 99, I created my own James Harden build, but today we are creating the Stephen Curry NBA template build, and I'm honestly really excited to use this template build. 6'1", 185 pounds with a 6'2" wingspan, and you see when we make the build, we obviously get shades of Steph Curry. We'll go over all of the attributes on this build in just a second, but the only thing I will say I don't like about this build is the archetype name. I feel like they could have came up with something better than Ankle Taker for a Steph Curry build, but either way, let's go ahead. We're going to select no on the Legend Rebirth. Obviously, we got to do that for the no money spent 60 to 99. So we're going to go ahead and start off our NBA career. Again, just like I do for every 60 to 99, I'm going to be showing you the best way to get through this My Player story as quickly as possible. We're not going to spend as much time on it because I've done this 3 or 4 times now. So I feel like a lot of people already know what method I'm using to get all of the VC in this video. But just in case you're new to the game and you don't know, I will be showing all of the basics and how we can get VC as a no money spent player here in 2K26. But this is the build. We get a 99 3-pointer on this build. Obviously, Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time, deserves that. And we also get an 88 driving layup with a 90 ball handle, 86 speed with ball. Obviously, the defense, not anything too crazy. And then we also get an 86 speed with an 81 agility. And I also have 16 cap breakers to work with. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with the cap breakers just yet, but obviously we got no badges right now or anything to work with. Actually, we do have bronze set shot specialist, so we have that to work with right now. And I also do have all of my badge slots available once we get some badges maxed out, so that will be nice. And then you see, this is my favorite part about doing an NBA player build for the 60 to 99. We get all of Steph Curry's animations, and I think this is the first player that I've used where he pretty much has an animation for everything. So this is going to be a bunch of fun. We're going to keep all of those animations on throughout this entire 60 to 99 challenge. Obviously, we got some VC left on the account, so we got to go ahead and get our player looking like Steph himself. And you see we got the white Warriors jersey on, looking good. Now we got the leg sleeves on, and unfortunately they don't have an Under Armour store in the game. Steph Curry's not even with Under Armour anymore, so I decided to go ahead and throw some Jordans on him. I think those match the jersey really nice, and since I had 4,000 VC left on my account, decided to go ahead and spend that on some boost, and now we are at 232 VC, ready to start this challenge with Stephen Curry. Obviously, the first thing we got to do is hit up the wheel spin, and you see I actually get unlimited Gatorade from the wheel. I actually was really shocked when this happened. That is probably one of the most rarest wheel spins you can get on this game, getting unlimited Gatorade from the wheel, and I'm only a vet 1, so that was actually kind of crazy to get that. But hey, I will not complain whatsoever. And if you've ever seen any of these 60 to 99s, you know exactly what we have to do now. We're heading into the theater. We're going into the casual no squad theater. And before we start this 60 to 99 with Steph Curry, I wanted to let you guys know I am doing a VC giveaway over on my TikTok at ABTheBallerYT. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel and send me a message on TikTok that says Curry, and you'll be automatically entered into the 750,000 VC giveaway. And we're going to see what we can do as a 60 overall. You see, starting this one off, getting shot over immediately. That is never a good sign. So we're already down 5-3 in this game. Trying to sauce up my guy a little bit. Actually moving kind of nice out there. Getting an assist. So, hey, Steph Curry might be getting cooked on defense. We probably get cooked on defense a lot throughout this challenge. But when we get two-way, we're going to be able to get some steals at least as we tip that one away. Unfortunately, our teammate wasn't able to give it to us in transition, but it's all good. We're going to give it to this guy in the corner. He's going to cook up a little bit and knock down a 3. So we're actually up 9-8. Winning the first game on the Stephen Curry build would be really, really nice, but the teammates aren't really showing Steph any love right now. Actually, grab a board, shoot that one up. And the first shot on the Steph Curry build, unfortunately, was a late release and we miss it, but it's all good. Our teammate got the board and put it right back in. And you see, I don't know what's going on right now. This is just a casual court for you. Misses a dunk and then just hangs on the rim. So I decided, hey, let me go ahead and see if I can get a little bucket. I actually get a really solid animation that just was not the animation that I was expecting. So I half barred the layup, missed that unfortunately, and now they're coming down on the other end and they get a dunk to go. That's kind of how this first game went. Our teammates were messing around a bit and I really couldn't do much either. I mean, wide open mid-range shot, missing that one as well. And I don't really even know what's going on at this point. I got 2 ways, so I decided to throw it up and brick another shot. I guess I probably shouldn't be shooting that much as a 60 overall, but hey, I gotta see how the build is feeling. Test it out a little bit. Actually hit him with a nice move, and again I mess up the release. I actually feel like I could be greening these if I actually just time the jump shot, but this is my first time using Stephen Curry's base or jump shot in this game, so had to get used to it a little bit. Doesn't help that we're at a 60 overall, but either way, I had to at least get on the board, so we get a layup to go right there. Unfortunately, this game is not looking good as we're down 18-13. Teammates taking limitless range shots, and then they're just wide open on the other end. So unfortunately, Steph would take an L in the first game here, 21-13. We get some decent my points, but only 141 VC. So that's really not going to cut it. We got to see if we can get at least one win here online before we go play some My Career and actually start earning some actual VC. But again, the teammates are not looking the best. And just like that in this one, we're already down 6-0. At least Steph's got the ball here. We got to try and see if we can cook something up. I'm looking down low. We got Freak Bob down there. So we got to see if Freak Bob can cook up a little bit. And nope. Yeah, that pretty much just sums up the way it's been going so far for Steph. Not looking too good. We're down 10-2 now. This game is just not looking good. I'm trying to get a bucket. He's kind of playing some help defense. So hit Freak Bob out there on the 3-point line and he knocks it down. So shout out to Mr. Bob for knocking that one down. We're trying to do something in this game, playing some nice defense. Unfortunately, they still get the putback to go, but they throw it down to me and then we at least get a point on the board. 14-7 though. This one was not looking too good. We do get a steal at least. Mr. Bob's gonna bring it up, throw that one up, and he actually puts it in. So we tried to make a little bit of a fake comeback. You see, I'm trying to combo up a little bit, work on Steph's go-to shot, see what it's feeling like, and we throw another one out to Freak Bob. Unfortunately, this time he's not able to get it in, and then we go ahead and give up another 3. So things were not looking too good out here on the casual court for Steph, and we take another loss, 22-10. But I couldn't leave on that. I had to try at least one more game out here to see if we can get a dub before we head off and get some VC in My Career. You see, we're down 4-2, but I'm locked in here. I'm not going to shoot anything too crazy. We're going to try and get the teammates involved, get them some buckets. They at least have some builds that are upgraded. They might not be the best players, but they at least have some builds with some stats. You see Steph's just falling over the court at this point. I don't know what's going on, but we got a teammate who at least knows how to time a jump shot. So this was a close one, 8-7 now. I'm leaving my guy wide open. He actually misses. They miss a putback. Steph's grabbing a board, pushing up in transition. Like I said, we're trying to get the teammates involved, and he misses a wide open 3. Now we're down 10-8. So I'm thinking, no, not again. We cannot lose another game out here. We got this guy. I don't know what he's doing, dribbling the whole shot clock and missing wide open 3s. I don't know where our other teammate is at. He's nowhere to be found. I'm fighting for my life down here, trying to get a rebound. We're still playing 2-on-3. They're shooting up another shot, knocking down another 3. So it's 13-8 now. Got to try and get on the board. We get a wide open lane, so got to take the free layup. 18-13 now. And you're probably thinking there's no way that they come back and win this game. Things are looking bad for Steph. No way they get a dub, but we grab a board, throw it up to the guy. He knocks it down. I don't know what his name is. QP something. Shout out to him. He got us back in this game. He knocked down that three. A little midi right there. Now it's 20-18. We just need one stop. Steph's jumping, playing some solid defense. And now we just got to try and get a bucket in another stop, and we might actually have a chance to win this game. He throws it over to the guy in the corner. I don't know what kind of defense they were playing, but they leave him wide open. They would come down and get a bucket. So it's 22-21 now, and QP actually clutches up and gets Steph a dub. Didn't really do too much in that game, but hey, I will get carried right now. We get 268 VC, and we can leave the casual court. We got our win. We got one daily challenge done. That was to get 7 total points, assists, and rebounds in a multiplayer game. So before we hop into my career, wanted to go ahead, head into Rivet City for the first time on the Steph build. See what the park is feeling like. See if we can at least green 1-3. And unfortunately, it didn't come right there. I can't go into my career without at least greening one shot online, especially with the Steph build. With some other builds that I've done, I'd maybe be okay with it. But with a Stephen Curry build with 99 3-pointer, even though I don't have a 99-3 right now, we got to at least knock down 1-3 before we get offline. And you see, it's just not looking good though. We're getting dunked on. We're down 6-2, getting a turnover off of the inbound, but getting it right back. And we get the two-way. So I'm hoping he'll hit me in the corner here, wide open. And finally, Steph knocks down a 3. It might have taken us to get two-way to boost our attributes up a little bit to knock down that 3, but I will take it. Even if we lose this game, I will call this a success. But we definitely still want to try and win this game. And with plays like that from our teammates, as he puts him on a crazy poster, we might actually be able to win this game. We're down 11-9. I leave my guy wide open. Luckily, he misses. Unfortunately, we're not able to get the board though, and they would come down and knock down that 3. So we're down 14-9. We got this brown shirt on our team, I think, who was also a 60 overall, and he takes a crazy layup right there, and then our teammate gets dunked on. So this part game probably is not going to turn out for a win for Steph, but I'm trying to at least get an assist. He knocks down the shot, so credit to him for knocking that one down on a 60-something overall. But you see, they would come right back down and put Steph on a poster himself with kind of a disrespectful alley-oop contact there. Didn't really want to show it, but hey, as a 60 overall, you're going to get dunked on. You're going to miss some wide open threes. That's just the way of the 60-99. It's how things go. And you see, we would end up taking another loss here out on the park, 22-14. But at least we knocked down 1-3 online as we get 115 VC from that game. And you see, after those couple of online games that we played, we only have 1800 VC. So we need to get that up a little bit. And playing online is not going to get it done quickly. So it's time to get out of the park, head into our My Court, and set up this really, really good My Career method. First thing we have to do is finish the out of bounds storyline. But before you do that, if you've never done anything with My Career or anything before, like I said, a lot of you guys probably already know this method. But if you don't know, you want to always have 2 GOAT skills on. And if you've never played My Career, I would recommend doing the Long Ranger and Green Light. But if you're like me, you've played through a season or 2 of My Career, you have a couple of builds, you probably already have these done. So just go into your list of GOAT skills, find 2 that you haven't done, and then you're just going to work on these throughout these games that we play in My Career. So for me, I'm going to be working on Dynamic Duo and Back to Basics. Now, if you've never played My Career or you don't really think this is important, trust me, you definitely want to make sure you're always working on some GOAT skills, especially if you're doing this My Career method. So now we can go ahead, walk up to the board, and work out for whatever team we want to play for. For me, I went ahead and just did the Oklahoma City Thunder. I know Steph doesn't have any affiliation to the Thunder, but I didn't want to put him on the Warriors because then I wouldn't have the number 30 when I go and play rec or something like that. So I decided to just go ahead and put him on the best team possible. If you're just trying to get VC as quickly as you can, you always want to select the Oklahoma City Thunder as your team. So Went ahead, got a B+ in that little practice, and now we're going to go ahead and get drafted by the Oklahoma City Thunder. So we went ahead and completed that, and now we can go ahead, go to options, go to settings, turn the game difficulty on rookie before we hop into the out of bounds storyline, turn all of this stuff off. And if you don't know, you want to turn your commentary language to Chinese. That is going to go ahead and skip the halftime performances, or whatever you want to call it, when you're playing My Career Games. So now we're going to go ahead and start this out of bounds storyline. Like I said, I'm not going to take very long on this. A lot of you probably already know how to get through this very, very quickly. So basically, for that first high school game, you just want to play through the entire thing, drop as many points as possible. Then you're going to go ahead, play this little game on the open run court for Dion. Going to get some good VC as well, around 800 for that game. Then you're going to go ahead and select an AAU team. I would recommend selecting the High Flyers. And then we're going to go ahead and just run through all of these games quickly. If you don't know, you want to go ahead and foul twice in the first half of these AAU games, and then you just have to play the 10-minute second half. But again, make sure you're working on those GOAT skills throughout all of these games. Trust me, it's going to make you a bunch of VC in the long run the more you work on those GOAT skills. So again, just get through these games as quickly as you can using the foul method that I just talked about. It really doesn't take too long to get through this out of bounds storyline, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours tops. I would also make sure you're getting 3 stars in all of these games. Basically just score as many points as possible and you'll get 3 stars pretty much every single time. So like I said, we're running through this really quickly. We were playing all of these games. We get a little cutscene with Austin after we finish all of our AAU games. He's going to ask us to go play overseas. I would recommend playing on Basket Madrid. I think that's, you have to play 1 less game or something like that if you pick Basket Madrid. So we went ahead and did that. Now we're up to 7,600 VC after those couple of games that we've played, and we're going to go ahead and upgrade our 3 to a 75, and that is going to be our first upgrade on Steph Curry, getting us to a 61 overall. Now again, for these little EuroLeague games, we can use pretty much the same foul method. You just have to foul twice in the first half. It'll take you to the second half, and then you just have to foul 1 more time, and then you just have to play a 5-minute quarter. Basically, you're just playing the 4th quarter. Finish that game up really quickly. Again, just score as many points as possible. Also activate those GOAT skills if you can, because we want to get 3 stars every single time. So we collect the 750 VC from all 3 of these games that you have to play overseas. And just like that, we are going to go ahead and finish off this out of bounds storyline with 1 final game. I did mess up on this final game and I didn't get 3 stars, so I'll probably have to go back and play that at some point, but it's all good for now. We've completed the out of bounds storyline, got 2,500 VC from that. And after all the games that we played in that storyline, we got up to 9,900 VC again. So I'm going to go ahead, upgrade my 3-point shot to an 85, and we are now at a 63 overall, just like that. So we're going to go ahead, walk up to Austin. If you don't know, for your key games, I would just recommend selecting the one that I did pretty much every single time. It's the easiest one, and you don't have to worry about selecting anything else. You want to go ahead and play your first My Career game. Now, in this first My Career game, again, I would recommend completing all of your GOAT skills, whatever you have to do for that, but also drop as many points as possible. Even if you don't get any GOAT skills done, I wouldn't really worry about it for this first game. Just play through the entire thing and drop 80 to 90 points. And I will show you why in just a second if you don't know. Again, a lot of you kind of already know what I'm talking about, but I just wanted to run through it real quickly in case we got people who are watching that I've never really done this My Career method before. But after that first NBA game, this is going to be very important. Austin's going to tell us about all the endorsements we can do. We're mainly going to be worrying about the one at the top, but we're also going to be doing that Gatorade questline as well. You're going to be getting around 70 to 75,000 VC from those quests. If you're not familiar, again, I'm sure a lot of you already kind of know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, and if you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. I know I'm going through this a little bit quicker than I normally do, but either way, after we completed all of that, I also decided to go ahead and do my build specialization, activated that. I do have the shooting build specialization. So now we got 2 extra badge slots for when we get some badges maxed out. I also wanted to go ahead and show off what takeover I'm using. Just using the basic chef takeover for right now. We can't get deep bomber just yet because we don't have a 93, so we'll have to work on that very, very soon. But I'm going to go ahead and go over to the open run court now. We have to run 2 of these games for the first little quest in that passion project quest line that I was just talking about. So we run 2 of those games, head back to our my court. We get another cutscene with Austin. He's going to tell us to go ahead and start our passion project. So we go back to the open run court, run up these games, do whatever quest lines we have to do. Again, activating those GOAT skills. I'm going to keep reminding you, those GOAT skills are very, very important. So we end up running 2 more of those games to fulfill that first little quest line for the passion project. And now when we go ahead and look at our endorsements, you see we just have to go ahead and get 100 points and 2 double doubles for the second quest line. So we're going to be working on that in just a second, but it was a new day on the account. Before we continue, our partners over at DraftKings Pick 6 have an offer you don't want to miss out on. When you download DraftKings Pick 6 and sign up with my code ABTW and place a $5 play, DraftKings Pick 6 will give you $50 in bonus picks instantly. Pick 6 is DraftKings' newest fantasy game, and it is the easiest way to play for big wins. It's pretty simple, just pick more or less on any player's stats, and the more you get right, the more you win. And that's the only kind of upside you're going to find on DraftKings Pick 6, and DraftKings Pick 6 is also available in every orange state on the map. So go over to the App Store and download DraftKings Pick 6 and use my promo code ABTW. Just place a $5 play and DraftKings Pick 6 will give you $50 in bonus picks instantly. And once again, shout out to DraftKings Pick 6 for sponsoring today's video. So I decided to hit up the daily reward and we get another great reward, 3,500 VC. And since I forgot to do it the first day I was on the Steph Curry build, headed over to the 2K TV station, got around 2,500 to 3,000 VC from watching 2K TV. And just like that, we're all the way back up to 15,000 VC again. So I decided to max out my 3 at a 90, put the speed with ball up to a 71, and that's going to give us a 67 overall. You see, we're already making some solid progress on our badges, and now that we just upgraded that 3 to a 90, we did unlock the Deep Bomber takeover. So with that, all of the VC that we just got from my career, we're at a 67 overall now. It's time to head back online, see if the build is feeling any different. We should be able to shoot way better now that we actually have a 3-point shot. I decided to head into the quick game 2v2 with just some random teammates, and yeah, again, I probably should have just hit someone up and got a teammate online that I could actually, you know, play with and knew they were good at the game, because it was another struggle here. You just saw that guy got 3 offensive rebounds. We somehow get a stop, and then I don't know what we're doing right here. I don't know what this shot selection is, but yeah, that's just not going to cut it. Steph Curry's trying his best. I don't know how I got a little lane steal right there, but yeah, things were definitely a struggle in this first game, especially with the quick game 2v2. This game got done very, very quickly. You see, they were just scoring with ease. We cannot play any type of defense right there. That was actually bad defense on me. Can't blame the teammate on that one, but you see, he's grabbing the rebound. We're down 9-0. This is our last chance at getting the ball back, trying to get a win, and he's just dribbling the air out of the ball. I don't know what he's doing. Throws up another crazy layup. At this point, I had pretty much just given up, but they somehow miss. We get another shot. We're still down 9-0. Again, the games are 2-11, so they just need one more bucket. I'm trying to get this guy open. He's not shooting the ball. He finally does, and has the most insane jumper of all time, because why wouldn't he? Another absolutely insane take. I don't know how he got that rebound. Somehow this game is still going on. I didn't even know if I wanted to include this game, but I had to. There was just too much going on. We're somehow coming back now 9-6 as I get an assist over to my guy. I'm trying to look for something. A little Curry slide over to the left and knocking down a 3. I don't know why this guy wouldn't just give me the ball, but it's now 9-9 and we only need one more bucket to go ahead and win this game. I'm trying to get by this guy. He's actually playing some solid defense, and I do get a really, really good layup animation. I was not expecting that, and I mistime my layup, and then they come down and knock down a 3. So after all of that, we end up losing 12-9, and it ended up actually being my fault. I mean, the teammate that we had really wasn't the greatest, but I missed a wide open layup for the win, so just gonna have to take that one on the chin. Another L for Steph, but we can't give up just yet. We got way more games to play, and you see I'm missing wide open again. I actually realized at this point I would felt like I had started to get the jump shot down a little bit in my career, but I realized I didn't have my lethal zones yet. I should have did it before I came back out here again online, but we're gonna have to go ahead and just take the easy buckets when we can, as we get a wide open layup right there. And you see I'm wide open on the 3-point line. I should still knock that down even without my lethal zones, but not having those and only being on a 67 overall, even though we have a 93, we're still missing wide open jump shots. And again, this is still probably me not being used to Steph Curry's jump shot. You see, finally, our teammate gives us another chance and we knock that one down. So we're up 5-0, looking good in this game so far. Our teammate's gonna knock down that 3, so we only need 3 more points to go ahead and win this game. But Steph again misses wide open, a late release. We only need 1 more 3 to win this game, get a first win on the 2s out here. Our teammate with a questionable take, but I honestly can't be too mad. I think I was shooting like 1 for 5 in this game, and you see they would come back again very, very quickly. They had this really, really big center. He really didn't even know what he was doing. You see he's missing layups, but he was just a way bigger than the guy on my team. You see we're down 9-8 now, and things are not looking good for Steph and his teammate as they go ahead and lose another game, 11-8. Again, that one was probably my fault. I think I shot 1 for 5, so can't really blame the teammate on that one. We just got to get better, get used to the jump shot. You see, we ended up getting a little text from Colby Stark after that theater game, so I decided to go ahead, take a little break from online, get back to getting some progress done on this passion project. So we went over and played an open run court game just to get some of that done for when we go back into my career. And then I had to head to the art of shooting gym, get these lethal zones. We need all the help we can get right now with this Steph Curry jump shot. We're just struggling a little bit too much for my liking. I also wanted to go ahead and put on a custom jump shot with pure Steph Curry, just speed it up and change the release timing a little bit, but unfortunately I needed a 92 3-point shot, so we're back into the 2v2 quick game, trying to get some wins and get some quick, easy VC. But yeah, things kind of picked up where they left off. We lose the first game 13-0, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. I didn't want to play any more in my career. I wanted to at least get some games done as a 60-70 overall. Can't just get it all through my career. We got to grind it out a little bit through online. So I decided to try my luck on the 3v3 no squads. This is not the casual court that we were playing on earlier. This is just simply 3v3 no squads in the theater. And you see we're grabbing a rebound, already coming down right where we just got a lethal zone and knocking down our first shot. So I'm already feeling a little bit better. If we just had some teammates that, you know, weren't really very selfish like this guy right here. I mean, I know you got to get your buckets, but we were just standing there wide open. If we could just get some teammates that, you know, actually have a little bit of IQ and knock down some shots, we should be able to finally string together some wins. You see, he was really reluctant to hit me right there, but finally he does, and we knock down another one. Again, he's got the whole team on him, finally passes it over to Steph, and we're actually shooting a little bit consistent now. It's actually kind of crazy what some lethal zones can do for your confidence. You see this guy, he was just dribbling the whole shot clock out and shooting. I mean, I can't complain too much. We're up 18-11, but Steph's trying to get buckets too. You see a little Curry slide with the heat check, knocking that one down. We come away with a 21-11 win, a way better game. We shoot 4 for 4 from 3, so we're already looking much, much better now that we got our 3-point upgraded a little bit and we got those lethal zones. We're getting some good badge progress as well. So I decided to go ahead and stay on for a couple more threes games in the theater. Now that we've got a win under our belt, we're feeling a little bit more confident. Our teammates are actually passing Steph the ball. We're knocking down yet another shot. And this is when I actually started to, you know, actually enjoy myself on this Steph Curry build. Up until this point, it's definitely been a struggle. We've taken a lot of L's up until this point, but we're looking way better now, up 9-3 in this one. Playing some really bad defense right there, but it's all good. We're gonna get the ball right back, looking to attack, see what we can do. Steph Curry sliding to the left, knocking down another 3. And we're actually playing really, really well right now on offense. We've made like 6 threes in a row on the build, so I'm feeling good. We're gonna go ahead and pass it up to our teammate. Can't play too selfish, so we're gonna go ahead, give him the ball. He gets a nice easy dunk. So we're cruising right now, 6-14. The other team can't even knock down a wide open shot. Steph's grabbing rebounds, push it up in transition, and our teammate is knocking it down. So now we're actually looking like a real my player out there, not looking like a 60 overall bum anymore. Steph is moving up in the world already. We got 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. They're fouling me with the deep bomber takeover, but it doesn't matter. Hitting them with a nice little Curry slide, and I'm getting really excited now to start playing on this build. Just seeing the potential from a 60 to a 67. We're already taking off, going crazy, getting some wins now, scoring double-digit points in a threes game. I'm just really excited to see what the rest of this build is going to look like. We don't even have a 99-3 yet, and I'm already pulling up from half court. Once we get that legend limitless range, legend shifty shooter, all of the badges, it's going to be a ton of fun. But after those games that we played, we got up to 4,500 VC, so I went ahead and upgraded my speed with ball to a 78, and that's going to give us a 68 overall. But now that we've actually got some good games under our belt as a 67, 68 overall, we're going to head back into my career to get Steph upgraded a little bit more with this little my career method that we're using. So once we head back to our my court, we get a cutscene with Austin, and then we're going to start getting texts from these NBA players. There's 3 in total that you just have to look out for, and then we're pretty much just playing all of our key games. So we simulate to our first key game. Now, if you don't know, this is the same method that we used kind of in the AAU games earlier in the out of bounds storylines. We're basically just using the foul method to get to the 4th quarter. So basically every single my career game that you play should be a key game, and then you just want to foul twice in the first half. That'll take you to halftime, and then you just want to foul once in the 3rd quarter, and then that'll take you to the 4th quarter, where you just have to play a 5-minute quarter to get through all of these games really quickly. Unfortunately, for some reason, in my first key game, I got subbed out in the middle of the 4th quarter, and I wasn't able to get the double-double that I needed for this little quest line. So we're still working on this. We got to score 82 more points and get 2 double-doubles. So in my next key game, went ahead and knocked that out. We scored 39 points, 10 assists. So we got a lot of points towards that one quest, and then we also got a double-double. So we just need 1 more double-double, and we need to score around 50 or so more points. And then we also went ahead and started this little Gatorade quest line as well. You don't have to do this all in the same order that I'm doing. You can wait to do this, but you might as well just knock out 2 little workouts. Even if you have Workout Warrior, you still do have to do that for that little Gatorade quest line. So we got 500 VC from that, and we'll be working on that in the background. So again, we're simulating to another key game. We scored 57 points and 10 assists to get that double-double and to complete those 100 points that we needed for the little quest that we were working on. We also got set shot specialist on gold, along with the 700 VC that we get pretty much every single my career game. And then also, while you're going through these games, just go through to the open run court. You might have Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey, and I believe Cat. Those are the 3 players that you'll get text from, and then just in between each key game, you just go over to Dion's open run court and just knock those games out really quickly. So now we're working on this quest line where we need to get player of the game. But for this one, simply all we need to do is simulate to our next key game, and as long as you had 2 games in between, you'll just automatically get 5,000 VC by getting 2 player of the games when you didn't even do anything. So that's really nice, and again, just shows how good this method really is. And now we just got to score 2 20-point games. So went ahead and got one of those out of the way, along with 750 VC. And then you see after this little cutscene we get with Austin, we get a text from Dion talking about how Maxey's gonna come over to the court, and then I get this quest completed for the GOAT skills in playmaking. I get 17,000 VC. Now, if you've never played my career before, you're not going to be able to get this done really quickly. Like I said, I've done this my career method 3 or 4 times at this point, so I kind of just got this done over time, and Steph Curry is just reaping the rewards of the other 60 to 99s that I've done. This does take some time to get done, so that was just a little bit lucky that I had that quest really close to being done when I started the 60 to 99. So it's a little bit of a boost, not quite cheating, I don't think. Hopefully you don't think it's cheating or anything like that to be using the VC for this, but hey, we're going to upgrade Steph Curry up to a 71 overall, maxing out the 86 speed and a 73 ball handle from that little boost from the other 60 to 99s that I've done. But after that, we got right back to it, working on this passion project. Went ahead and played a game with Tyrese Maxey, and now we're just working on these next quests. We got to score 20 points in another NBA game, and also working on those Gatorade quests as well. So we went ahead, knocked out this game against Wemby and the Spurs, got a good amount of my points, got the 742 VC, and just like that, we completed merchandising tier 4 for another 7,500 VC. And now to get 10,000 VC, we just got to score 25 points and get 12 assists. And then we'll probably work on some of these Gatorade quests a little bit later. But again, in between games, went ahead and played another game at Dion's Open Court for our passion project. Went back and played another NBA game, scored 39 points and 12 assists in that game. I think I played the second half in that game. I didn't quite sim all the way to the fourth quarter just to make sure to get that quest done and get the 10,000 VC from merchandising tier 5. We also got 500 VC from a State Farm quest and 1,000 VC from completing our first 6 key games. So we finished our first half of the NBA season, and then we went back to our my court. We saw Jake from State Farm, so we had to drop him off real quick for a free 500 VC. And then after all of those quests that we completed in the first half of our first NBA season, we're back up to 23,000 VC again. I'm telling you guys, this is the most efficient and best VC method, at least that I know of, for us no money spent players here in NBA 2K26. So we're gonna go ahead, put our 3 up to a 92 so that I can get that custom jump shot, ball handle up to an 80, and our speed up to a 65. That's going to give us a 73 overall, and the badges are actually making some good progress as well. We have limitless range pretty much maxed out. We got set shot specialist halfway to Hall of Fame. We also got Deadeye maxed out, so we're looking really good on Steph Curry now, and I think we're ready to hop back online. But before we do that, we got another wheel spin to do. Unfortunately, didn't quite get as lucky as the last couple, but now it is time to head back online. This time we actually have a teammate that we know. It's going to be the homie Cole the Man. I had to hit up the big guns, get someone out here who knows what they're doing so we can get some quick, easy VC, especially that the 2v2 is quick game right now. Hopefully me and Cole can get some good games in here and just get some nice, quick, easy VC. You see he's on this nice little Gerald Green build. I believe it was like a 2K14 inspired build, so a pretty cool build to be running with here with Steph and Curry. Not really any type of correlation or anything like that between the two players, but I think Cole had like a 99 driving dunk on this build, so it actually kind of fits well, a 6'8 driving build with a pure shooter like Steph Curry. So we're out here doing our thing right now, up 10-3, and since we are playing that quick game mode, we only need one more bucket to go ahead and finish this game off. I'm going to go ahead and hit Cole. He hits me right back with a great little pass back, and we're going to go ahead and knock that one down. Kind of disrespectful to leave Steph Curry that wide open, but I will not complain. And you see how much VC we got for a game that probably took us 3, maybe 4 minutes to complete. Almost 500 VC with that crew bonus. It's going to be really nice out here on the twos. But if we're going to get these games done quickly, I cannot be missing wide open shots like that. We have a 92 3-point shot. There is absolutely no excuse. We have all of our lethal zones. So after this guy leaves me wide open again, I don't even think he played an entire possession this whole game. I think he was just AFK. He was in game chat, so I'm not exactly sure what was going on here, but if he just wants to leave me wide open and let Steph Curry shoot 3 or 4 times, get this game over in 2 minutes basically, I'm not going to complain about it whatsoever. We will definitely take that. A free 520 VC. We're also getting some good badge progress as well, so I'm really glad I was able to get Cole on. Shout out to him for helping me out with these games. Obviously, it's not really fun to play with a 73 overall. I can't really do too much right now, but at least I'm starting to make some jump shots. I'm just kind of letting him do his thing, and if I'm open, he can hit me. If not, it's all good. I'm gonna let 2K14 Gerald Green cook up, but hey, if they're gonna sag off, Steph Curry's gonna go ahead and let that thing fly. You see we're up 10-0 right here. I somehow get that layup to go. I think my layup's at like a 50 or a 52 right now, so not exactly sure how I greened it, but hey, again, we'll take it. We're not gonna complain when things start going our way. You see Cole here grabbing a rebound. Steph's throwing that one up, and this is when I really started to feel confident with the jump shot. I mentioned a little bit earlier, obviously in my career, I got a little bit used to the timing because I'd never really used Steph Curry's jumper or his base in this game, and obviously I'm using his releases as well, so it's definitely a little different than your average jump shot. It's not really a meta jump shot, I would say. I think the Curry base itself is pretty solid, but his releases really aren't the best, but that's kind of part of the 60 to 99, especially when you're using an NBA player build. It's part of the struggle, but it's also what makes this a lot of fun. As you see, we missed that little go-to shot right there, but knocked down the three after Cole gets another great offensive rebound. That's going to be another 522 VC. And you see me and Cole actually went on a solid little win streak here in the theater. The games were actually looking really good. Luckily, he was on a brand new build, so we were both on black plaques, which I think really did help because obviously I'm on a low 73 overall black plaque build. So we weren't playing anybody that was too sweaty. We were able to come out here, do our thing, miss a couple shots, and not just instantly not be able to get the ball back. You see the guys we're playing, they're actually kind of normal, missing shots, which I love to see. I definitely don't want to come out here and play, you know, sweats right now at a 73 overall. That just would not be fun. But you see, in this one, we're up 6-0. So you know we're looking to end this one early, trying to get it over quick, hit him with a nice little back door. And at this point, I think we were on a 6 or 7 game win streak. So we were feeling really good out here. I'm trying to mess around a little bit, work on my dribble moves, shot clock winding down, and Cole finds me on a great little back door. So now we only need one more bucket to go ahead and finish this one off. We already have 7 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist. Might as well make it 10 points with another wide open 3. I think I was shooting like 70 or 75% after the end of this win streak in the theater, so I will definitely take that on a 73 overall build. But like I said, we went on like I think a 10 or an 11 game win streak. You'll see after this game what it was at, but you see Steph's playing some nice little defense right there. Miss a wide open 3 after I was just saying I was shooting really well, but it's all good. Cole got the offensive rebound, giving me another chance, and we cannot miss twice in a row. That is just unacceptable at this point. Even at a 73 overall, I cannot miss more than once in a game, especially if I'm shooting wide open. I mean, we got a 92-3. We just have to knock down the open shots when we get them. But you see, we get another nice little layup right there. They would end up actually getting the ball back, but Cole plays some great little lane defense right there. He's going to throw it out to me wide open again on the 3-point line with two-way. We definitely cannot miss that. And you see, we're actually on an 11 game win streak with 73 overall Stephen Curry. Unfortunately, we would end up losing. You see this guy just spamming dribble moves back and forth, getting some kind of questionable ankle breakers, and we would lose 11-0. But hey, going on an 11 game win streak with a 73 overall, I will definitely take that. But we couldn't end off on an L, so me and Cole decided to play a couple more games. I think we ended up going on another 4 game win streak. You'll see after this game, but this was the best one that we had out of all 4 of those. You see Steph Curry running out. That is exactly what I'm trying to do on this Steph Curry build. You see cooking up a little bit, getting the screen from Gerald Green, Curry sliding to the left. I mean, you see the vision of the build now. I'm only at a 73 overall, and I feel like we're already cooking up, running down, getting the nice easy layup to go. And now we just need one more bucket. We have 8 points right now. Might as well make it 11 with another 3 right there. A perfect game from 3, and that is a perfect way to end off that little 2 session with Cole. Again, shout out to him for helping little old Steph Curry out as we get 483 VC from that game. And after all those games that we played, we are now back up to 12,000 VC. So we're going to go ahead and put our speed up to a 75, and that's going to give us a 75 overall for Steph Curry. All right, and here we are as a 75 overall. Obviously, first thing we got to do is hit the wheel spin, and we actually get 4,500 VC from our veteran level reward. So a good boost to start off 75 overall. And here's a little update on what the badges are currently looking like for Steph Curry. We have most of our badges at gold right now for shooting, and then we have a couple of bronze and silver badges for dribbling. So we got a lot of work to do right now as a 75 overall. Obviously, we need to get a bunch of VC, but we also need to work on those badges as well. So I decided to head into the theater. I didn't really have anybody online, unfortunately, to play with, and I'm still only a 75 overall, so I didn't really want to hit anybody up. As you see, we're starting this one off with a nice easy miss here in the theater, but I didn't really want to hit anybody up and ask them to play. I kind of feel bad asking people to play with me at a really low overall. A lot of the times, people that I normally play with don't mind, but we're at a 75 right now, so I'm just gonna head into the no squad theater and see if we can get some buckets, hopefully get some good teammates. But you see right now it is 11-10. Not really much going on for Steph, only 1 assist so far in this one. You see we're kind of cooking up with the dribble moves a little bit. Gonna go ahead and find our big man out there in the mid-range, and we're up by 1 now, 13-12. Really wasn't much going on for me in this one, only 3 assists. Couldn't really find anything other than that wide open shot that I missed at the beginning of the game shooting wise. So we got to try and get some open shots, see if we can get on the board. As you see, we kind of get cooked right there. Got to respect it though. He's using Steph's jump shot and the blue jersey as well, so I can't knock somebody else for using Steph's animation. As you see, we finally find ourselves open for 3 right there, and we're actually in a close one in this first game, 18-17. Gotta try and find a bucket right now. 3 points and 3 assists for Steph, gonna make that 4 assists right there, and we get the deep bomber takeover. That is something that we recently just got on the Steph build, so definitely want to try and utilize that. But now we got to try and get a stop. 20-17, he's looking for a 3 obviously, and he's actually going to put that one up, and he knocks it down. But luckily it was a long 2, so we only need 1 bucket to go ahead and finish this one off. My teammate's going to throw it up to my other teammate who is already down the court. He's going to dunk on the entire team. We were wide open at the top of the key, but I will not complain about a free win out here on the no squads court. As you see, we get some good badge progression in 325 VC. So I was kind of just running it up here in the no squad theater. As you see, our team is going to get that block right there, throwing it up to Steph in transition with the nice little lay. That is something I will say that has surprised me about the Steph Curry build so far, is I really do. Oh, hang on, as we're getting a little ankle breaker right there in the layup again. I was just about to say his layup package is actually really solid, and I feel like it looks a lot like Steph too. It's not quite the 2K16. If you know the 2K16 Steph Curry layup, it's not quite like that, but I really do enjoy all of the animations so far on the Steph Curry build. Obviously, it's a little tough to dribble without most of the small guard animations, you know, the ones that you can dribble really fast, but that's kind of what makes these 60-99s really fun, especially when I'm using an NBA template build. As you see, we're just wide open for 3 in the corner. You know we got to knock that one down, but that's just what makes these NBA player builds fun. Using all of their animations and trying to play like the player themselves is just really fun in my opinion. But you see our teammate's going to go ahead, finish this one off as we win yet another game here. We're 2-0 to start the day on the no squad court, so I will definitely take that. And since we were doing so well on the no squad court, I decided to play a couple more games. I really wasn't planning on playing too much of the no squad theater because we have a bunch of VC to be made, obviously at a 75 overall, but we were having some good games. You see, running out to the 3-point line, knocking that one down. So we were getting real comfortable on the Steph build at this point. Obviously, we've pretty much gotten the jumper down to this point. It was a little bit of a struggle to start off, but you see right now it is tied 6-6. I'm looking for my 3 yet again, hitting with a little Curry slide over to the right. That has easily become my favorite move. I mean, obviously for a Steph Curry build, it's got to be the Curry slide. That is even one of the better dribble moves if you're just using a small guard in general. But me personally, I've kind of played on bigger guards this year outside of the Kyrie Irving build that I did for a 60-99. So I haven't really even used the Curry slide much in 2K26, and it is still just as effective as it was in previous games. So I would definitely recommend trying it out, especially if you're using a Stephen Curry build like myself. If you're kind of following along using the same build that I am, you'll definitely enjoy that Curry slide. But you see, we have 10 points right now after that little layup, and we have our takeover as well. So I wanted to shoot something crazy, but we're wide open in the corner right there, so gotta knock that one down. So now we have deep bomber and heat check, so I'm looking to shoot something crazy, kind of dribbling around a little bit off my defender's foot, shooting that one up.
Nope.
And I late the release. That is one thing I do need to get down on this Steph build. As you see, we lose our deep bomber, so I decided to just go ahead and throw it off to our teammate. We end up with 13 points and 3 assists for our 3rd win in a row here on the no squad court. But that go-to shot is something I need to get down because it not only looks like a move that Curry would actually do in real life, in my opinion, but it actually creates a good amount of space. And a lot of the times I'm open when I get that shot to go. I just can't get the timing down, at least right now. We'll definitely have to work on it a little bit later down the line. But you see right now, We are down 10-2, so the win streak is on the line. Our center is going to go ahead, shoot that one up. He makes it and is now 12-8 a little bit later in the game. Not really doing too much here for Steph. We have 2 points and 2 assists. I'm trying to keep my teammates involved while also trying to stay aggressive and get our team the win. But you see this guy, he's trying to shoot that one up. He misses, so we're out in transition. I'm trying to run around, find an open three. Not exactly sure what our center's doing here. He passes it over to our teammate, who makes a great extra pass to Steph out there on the three-point line. And after that layup right there, we take the lead back 15-14. So now we just got to try and get a stop. Steph has 7 points and 2 assists. I kind of get bumped right there and end up leaving my man wide open for three. So now it's 17-15. We got to try and get a bucket here. Cannot let them get a stop and then score again. So I'm going to go ahead and get in there. Probably had the layup, but I decided to kick it out to our center, and he's doing some wild stuff right now. I don't know what he's doing. A very questionable post fade right there. So now we definitely got to try and get a stop, and unfortunately the center gets beat off the dribble. So it's 19-15 now. Not looking good for Steph and the win streak, but we do get a nice little pick and pop with our center right there. So it's 19-18 now. A three could win it for us if we get a stop. They're trying to ISO Steph on defense, trying to stay in front of him, actually play some solid D. Our teammate kind of sags off and leaves his man open for three. Not really his fault. Kind of just a good shot on their end. So unfortunately, the 3v3 no squad win streak would come to an end. And then I decided to head over to the 2v2 court in the theater because we had a daily challenge that included getting 5 points in a 2v2 game. Unfortunately, got blown out in the first game, so wasn't really much to show there as we got blown out 24-2, and obviously didn't complete our daily challenge either in that game. So decided to play another 2v2 game, and this one was actually kind of interesting. We were down 11-2 to start, and now we're back in it a little bit. The teammate I had was kind of questionable, to say the least. Some very questionable shots he was taking. He didn't really trust Steph at first, but after we knocked down a three right there, we tied up 11-11, and he actually decided to, you know, pass me the ball a little bit, which I appreciated, but he's kind of just hogging up the paint, standing in the way, and there's really not much I can do besides just shoot up threes. You see, he's just going in there, doing whatever he wants. Finally gives the ball over to Steph. A little Curry slide over to the right, and we knocked that one down. It is 20-16. I try to end the game right here on a little deep bomber shot. Unfortunately, don't get that one to go, and they would end up coming back. As you see, they get this tough layup right there, and it would be 20-20. We got to try and get a stop. They were talking crazy in game chat, but he completely sells the game with that layup right there. Kick it back out to Steph for the win, and you know I had to go in there and talk a little crazy. They were going at Steph in game chat, so I had to let them know what's up. They just lost to a 75 overall. And then I decided to play a couple more 3v3 no squads game. We won some, we lost some, and after those theater games, we got all the way up to 9,700 VC. So I decided to put my speed up to an 80 and my pass accuracy up to a 54. And that's going to get Steph to a 76 overall. And now it is time to go ahead and make some real changes to the build. Make some big VC. So we headed back to our my court. We selected our key games for our next NBA season. And you see we are working on this passion project quest along with this Gatorade quest as well. We're just going to run through a season or two of my career really quickly. Basically, we're picking up where we left off in this little my career quest that we've been working on since we've started this build. You see we have our passion project where we had to play a game up against Cat on the open run court. We got some good VC and some decent badge progress as well. And now that we're pretty close to finishing our passion project, we just have to run a couple of NBA games. Obviously, we're still doing the same method where we're just playing in the fourth quarter only. So we're getting these games done in about 5 minutes or less, and we're going to just knock them out. You see we get another quest line with Cat. We have to go ahead and play another NBA game and then play another open run game. Basically doing this over and over again to go ahead and complete our passion project. As you see, we do it right there, and we get 12,500 VC from completing this quest line here. I would definitely recommend, if you're following along, to get your passion project done in your first NBA season, and then we'll worry about completing those FIFA objectives in a little bit, and then we're also working on that Gatorade quest line as well. But went ahead and got through pretty much the rest of our first NBA season here in my career. And again, if you're a little confused what we're working on, we're basically just working on the merchandising and these Gatorade quests along with our GOAT skills as well. This is very important. You get a bunch of VC just from completing all of your GOAT skills, just activating them while you're playing through my career and that passion project as well on the open run court. But after all of those quests that we completed, we got up to 22,000 VC again. So I went ahead and got my speed up to an 81 and my agility up to an 81 as well. So now we're sitting at a 78 overall. We went ahead and finished our first NBA season. We obviously got MVP and Rookie of the Year. And now, if you don't know, in your first NBA season, unfortunately, you do have to play at least the first and last game of every single series. Me personally, I think it's not really worth it to play these games. So I just get right into the game, hit start, and then sim to end with no VC. Obviously, you don't get any VC or anything out of these games, but this is the quickest way to get through your first NBA season, especially in these playoffs. It's a little bit annoying. You can play through these games if you really want to. You could do the foul method. I personally think it's quickest just to go into every single game that it makes you play and just sim to end with no VC. Obviously, if your team goes down in a series and you're down 3-1, 3-2, you got to make a comeback and make sure you win every single series. As you see, Steph went ahead and win the conference finals, and then we went up against the Knicks in the NBA finals. Now, this is the only game that you actually do have to play after we simmed through it all. We got to the final game, we played the fourth quarter, and made sure that we won the NBA finals. And just like that, Steph has won his first finals and finals MVP on the Thunder. A little unrealistic, but hey, we're just trying to get this VC as quickly as possible. We ended up completing Gatorade Tier 4 as well after we won the chip, and then we want to go ahead, walk up to Austin in our my court. Now, this is very, very important for the merchandising quest line that we've been working on. We want to go ahead and complete a FIBA game in the off season. This is part of this quest line right here. The Gatorade, we're still working on that, but it doesn't really matter right now. You just want to go ahead and play this FIBA game. It's going to ask you to pick 3 NBA players. You can pick whoever you want. Now, in these FIBA games, I would recommend just playing all throughout the game until you get to the fourth quarter. You should have a bunch of points, and then you can go ahead and just ask out with VC, assuming that your team is up by 25 or more. And then you can go ahead and just ask out with VC, kind of skip the fourth quarter, save you some time. And just like that, we went ahead, got 500 VC, and now we don't have to worry about that FIBA game until the next off season. So you see, we have to score 40 points in one more NBA game for that Gatorade quest line. We can walk up to Austin in our MyCore as well, get a free 500 VC from that, and 2,000 VC from the 2K tip-off cover quest. And now we are looking at about 9,900 VC again, just after playing a couple more of my career games. This method is just way too cracked out. As you see, we go ahead and max out our speed at an 86, giving us a 79 overall now. So now we can walk up to the guy in the gold jacket and complete our off season. Make sure you play that FIBA game before you walk up to him and start your second NBA season, or you'll kind of mess up the method. But either way, we just have to get through the second NBA season. We also have to work through this Gatorade quest line as well throughout this second season. And we're also working on, again, these GOAT skills. So went ahead and played a couple NBA games. Again, we're working on this Gatorade quest. Now we have to score 150 points, which is easy because we're playing Rookie My Career. So again, went through pretty much the first half of our NBA season, scoring 30 to 40 points a game. Do whatever we had to do. We completed Gatorade Tier 6, and then you see we also completed the first half of our second NBA season. And then we went ahead, went back to our My Court again, kind of just doing the same thing over and over again. We selected our key games for the second half of the NBA season, and now all we have to do to get 7,000 VC from that Gatorade quest line is win MVP. This is why I recommend working on that Gatorade quest a little bit in your first NBA season and then completing it all in your second, so that when you complete the second NBA season, we get MVP and we get that 7,000 VC. So now we can go ahead and get through the playoffs in our second NBA season. Now, the only difference between this and the first season is that you can simulate every single game all the way up to the NBA Finals. You see, we get all the way up to this series up against the Pistons. We don't have to do that sim to end or anything like that. Unfortunately, I did get a little unlucky, and our team actually went down 3-2. So this was what I was talking about earlier, where you want to hop in and make sure you win every single series. So we ended up getting some good my points. We got to a 93 max potential in the extra game that we had to play. Usually you just have to play the last clinching NBA Finals game, but hey, I won't complain about a little extra my points and a little extra VC, as we get about 800 VC every my career game. So I went ahead, finished our second NBA season, obviously won Finals MVP, and after all of those games in our second NBA season, we got up to 16,000 VC. So I decided to get my three-pointer up to a 95 and got my ball handle up to an 83. So we're sitting at an 81 overall now on Steph. Now this is the big quest that we've been looking forward to. This is why we want to get through our second NBA season as quickly as possible. We get 25,000 VC for winning the FIBA tournament, and then we also have our GOAT skills that we're really close to finishing on both of them. So we got a lot of VC to make real quick. We're at an 81. Let's see what overall we are at after this FIBA tournament. And again, in these FIBA games, just get up by as much as you can, and then you should, by the fourth quarter, be able to just sim out with VC. So I went ahead and did that. Got a lot of my badges up to Hall of Fame, as well as you see we got Set Shot Specialist and Deadeye up to Hall of Fame, along with Handles for Days on Silver. So went ahead and completed 3 of those games, and that's going to get us the merchandising tier 7 that we've been looking forward to. After we finish that, we also get a little commercial that we basically just have to walk back out of my court and then walk right back in. We get this very interesting cutscene with this guy in the green suit. Not sure what's up with that, but I'm not gonna complain about a free 2,500 VC. And then we still have 2 more games left to play for this 25,000 VC, and we have 1 more game left to play for the Back to Basics GOAT skills. So I went ahead and played 1 more game, and that went ahead and completed the Back to Basics GOAT skills. So that's another 9,000 VC in the bank. And then we had 1 more game left to play for the FIBA tournament. Went ahead, finished that one off, got a good amount of my points, good badge progress, and obviously some VC as well. And just like that, we got another 25,000 VC added to the account, and now we are up to 52,744 VC, just like that. I told you we were going to be making a bunch of VC really quickly. So you see all of the upgrades we're going to get by putting my three-pointer up to a 98, which was really expensive, maxing out our ball handle at a 90, and getting my pass accuracy up to a 56. So Steph is now at an 86 overall, and I decided to go ahead and throw all of my cap breakers in at this point as well. We're going to be getting a bunch of new badges by putting our ball handle up to a 95. And since there was no point in using my build specialization cap breakers on shooting, I decided to use 2 of them on my speed, and then the rest were just regular cap breakers. So we got that up to a 91. We got our agility up to a 90, and then I had 4 left. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to use it on layup or speed with ball. I decided to end up going with speed with ball, so we got that up to a 90. So now we have a 95 ball handle, a 90 speed with ball, a 91 speed, and a 90 agility, along with a 98 three-pointer, which will soon be 99. So this build just got absolutely insane with some cap breakers. This is what our badges are looking like, and again, this is all of the quests that I did to get us up to this point, and we still have one of our GOAT skills that we need to work on, but we're going to get away from the my career for a little bit. That was a lot of my career in a short amount of time, so we went ahead, spun the wheel, got 4,000 VC from our wheel spin again, and now as an 86 overall, we've got all of these cap breakers. We've gotten our build all the way up to an 86. Let's head into the park, see what it is feeling like. First shot. And again, I don't know, there's something about the first time I step on a court at a new overall, I just instantly break the first shot that I take, but it's all good. We're out here with Country and John. These are 2 of my homies. We always hoop here on 2K26, so we got the chemistry. They're obviously good players at the game. As you see, John hits Steph with a nice little pass back right there. So I'm feeling excited, ready to play out here on the park with the boys, coming out here, getting some buckets. This is the first time outside of playing with Cole that we're actually playing with people that we know on the Steph Curry build. So it should be a lot of fun and way different than playing with randoms, especially now that we're at an 86 overall. This is just a completely different build than we were the last time we played online. So definitely excited to play on it. And I don't know if I mentioned it or showed it, but if you noticed on my badge screen, I did have a Legend lightning launch. That was because I used one of my max plus 2s on lightning launch. I had it on gold, so obviously that got it up to legend. So that just makes the Steph Curry build even better in my opinion. You see, we try and end this one off as it's 3-18 with a crazy shot from half court with deep bomber and heat check. Still need to work on that go-to shot. For some reason, I just still can't get the timing down, but we got to go ahead and try it again right here. Going ahead and knocking that one down from 3 as we win our first game on the park, 21-3. Unfortunately, didn't get to see the VC screen for some reason, but it's all good. The vibes are still up. That first game was an easy one, but the second one, not so much. You see, we're running up against some red plates right here, so you already know it's going to be a little bit of a comp game, and I was a little nervous because this build has no defense on it whatsoever. You see, getting my ankles broken, and then he gets that tough layup to go. I kind of knew this was a problem, obviously, on the Steph build. We're coming in the park, playing some sweats. The defense is going to be a little bit of an issue, but the offense is going to be there as we hit that nice little Curry slide, giving the squad our first points of the game. And now I have 2 ways, so I'm able to play a little bit better defense now, actually stay in front of him a little bit, throwing it down to me in transition. Country does. And we're going to tie this game up 5-5 now. They would get a nice little no dip shot to go there in the corner. So we got to lock in on defense a little bit. Obviously with Curry, it's going to be a little difficult, but I think we still can beat these comp teams. We still have the offense. We know what we're doing. We're going to go ahead and get to the rim right here, getting a nice little layup. So Curry has all 7 points right now up against this comp team. Obviously, I'm not saying these guys are crazy good at the game, but they obviously know what they're doing. So I'm going to go ahead, hit Country on the nice little slip right there. We would end up getting a stop, so it's 9-8 now, and I'm just looking for Country every single time on that pick and roll. They're playing high on the screen, so it's going to be there pretty much every single time. John plays some great defense there, and they're going to leave him open for 3, so we get some good momentum. We're up 16-12 now. Not too much scoring again for Steph. Once we got those 7 points, I was just looking to score every single time on that pick and roll to Country. Got to try and get these games done as quickly as possible, especially up against a team that knows what they're doing. So it's 18-14 now. We just got to try and get a 3. I got my deep bomber, so I'm looking to shoot something crazy if it's there, but obviously we don't want to force anything and cost our team the win. I probably could have shot that right there after I had him crabbed, and I probably could have hit Country on the slip, but I had the deep bomber takeover. I'm trying to end this game off, see if I can do something. He's jumping at me, jumping again, so I decided to just go ahead and take the nice easy layup. 20-16 now. Steph's looking to go ahead and finish this one off. They're playing some solid defense. They're playing the pop now, playing sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit Country. He jumps, and my man Country hits that clutch little fadeaway shot. So Steph Curry 2-0 so far, and 1 game up against a team that was actually pretty good at the game. We end up getting 590 VC from our crew bonus. We end up playing that team again and losing, unfortunately. Like I said, they were a good squad, but we did get 330 VC from a loss, so I'm not going to complain about that. And then we would play those guys again, and it would be another close one. John would finish that one off. So we played a little 3-game series up against that comp team. I didn't want to show all of the games because it was pretty much just the same thing over and over again. We would get up, take some pick and rolls, and you know the story from there. It wasn't really that entertaining, so decided to just go ahead and get into this next game right here with Steph. We knocked down a 3 to start this one off. Gonna go ahead and hit Country. Kind of in his way right here, but he hits me back. Get a little Curry slide to the corner and somehow get that layup to go. I only have like a 50 or a 55 layup right now. I don't know how I'm greening all of these layups, but again, not going to complain about it when things are going our way. And that is also one thing that I need to work on is my pass accuracy. That pass in the corner to Country was very, very slow. And I kind of felt bad because when we're in these comp games and we need to get passes to each other really, really quickly, and I'm out here throwing lollipops to them, it's definitely not ideal, especially when we're in a close game. But luckily, we didn't play too many comp games out here on the park when we were playing for a couple of hours, actually. But you see, again, a nice slow pass to John in the corner gives us a 16-9 lead. We have 5 points, 3 assists. Not anything too crazy for Steph. I'm leaving my guy wide open in the corner. He doesn't want to shoot it for some reason. They throw up another crazy shot. So Steph's in transition, got the guy jumping, gonna run all the way out there on the 3-point line, hit a little night-night celebration. And just like that, we got 8 points in this one. And I have my 2-way, so I steal that one away, actually. And now we got to hit him with a go-to shot with the 2-way. And it's a 67% contested. Not going to get that one to go, but luckily Country grabs the rebound, gives us another chance, another go-to shot, and finally we're started to knock those down. Again, I'm really trying to get those go-to shots down. They're just too much fun to do as we get another 592 VC from that game. That is one thing that I kind of missed out on playing some no squad earlier in this 60 to 99 challenge, was that VC crew bonus. That really hits different because when I get player of the game, I get close to 600 VC for a park game, which is really, really good. If you're ever doing a 60 to 99 and you have some buddies, or if you're in a squad, always make sure you're playing with a crew. It really makes the process go by way quicker, especially for us no money spent players. But you see in this one, we're not really going up against a really tough squad. They're throwing up bricks all over the place, and Steph's just running out in transition, knocking down 3 after 3. See, trying to hit him with a little go-to shot, but I see Country wide open in the corner, so can't play too selfish right now. Also got to get the boys involved in these games. They're not trying to just watch Steph score 15, 16 points every single game. You see, again, I'm kind of in Country's way, but luckily he doesn't mind passing it over to Steph. Another Curry slide to the corner. That's one of my favorite moves to do with the Curry slide, is when you're in the corner, just do it once or twice. You'll get them jumping, get them leaning, and then you end up with a wide open shot. And you see they're missing wide open shots. We have our heat check, so I'm looking to shoot something crazy, maybe a go-to shot. Country's gonna go ahead though and decide to end this one off, which I can't be too mad about, as we get our second win in a row on this win streak and 486 VC. We went on a couple of win streaks throughout this night that we were playing out here on the park, so I appreciate these guys for helping old Steph Curry out. As you see, John's gonna go ahead and knock that one down to start this one off. Again, this team that we were playing wasn't the best. As you see, there's no one to be found here in transition. The guy in the Pistons mascot is just slapping the floor instead of guarding us. And then again, a very questionable shot. Steph's just standing here wide open for 3. Country's gonna go ahead, run all the way around, and eventually hit Steph wide open for 3. So we'll take that. 6 points so far in this one, and these guys could not buy a bucket. Kind of felt bad for them. They seem like some solid guys in the game chat, but either way, Steph's got to try and get his. Like I was saying, that Curry slide to the corner is a killer move, and we're emoting on him a little bit. Kind of disrespectful from Steph. I don't know if I can allow that much further, but hey, either way, Country's grabbing that rebound. We're shooting up that shot with deep bomber from half court, and now we're really starting to play like Steph. I mean, we got to get our heat check as well as we get that midi. So now we got the heat check, we got the deep bomber, and I'm trying to hit shots from at least half court. And for some reason, 2K does what it always does and takes away my takeover at the perfect time. I don't know why they do that, or why that happens in 2K26. But either way, the Pistons mascot's going to go ahead and knock down that nice little midi. And now we have no heat check or no deep bomber. So I told John, go ahead and just finish this one off. Still had 14 points and 2 assists in that game. And that was our 3rd game on that specific win streak, getting another 650 VC. And like I said, we went on a bunch of win streaks, got our max overall potential up to a 94. And we went on and win a couple more games, getting around 500 to 600 VC a game. And then we ran into these guys right here. And if you know by the name, you probably know what happened in this one. You see, Steph actually starts off the game off well, 3-0. But yeah, when you're making shots like that off your very first shot, and you have the name Come to Collect reaching on me every single time, they might have a little device or a little something on them. I don't know for sure, but your name's inbounding and we're fading on the second shot from 3, they might just have that thing on them. But either way, I can't complain about it too much. They're just out here trying to make a living, getting some VC, and that's exactly what I'm doing. But you see, kind of cooking them up a little bit. Again, that Curry slide in the corner, but these guys were just a little bit too good for us. 20 to 12, and they're knocking down another very questionable 3-point shot. So our win streak would come to an end. I think we were on like a 5 or a 6, so they were trying to get some VC and do their thing. So I'm not going to complain. We're just going to go ahead and move on to the next one and get that game out of our minds and just get to the next game. We have one more game that we're going to play out here on the park with Country and John. Again, shout out to them for helping Steph Curry out here. We won a bunch of games. Obviously, I can't show every single game that we played, but been showing you the best one so far. And here in this one, we are up 5-3. they're leaving Steph Curry wide open for three. I don't know why you would do that, especially here that now we're at an 86. Maybe when I was a 75, 72 overall, you could leave Steph open, but when we're just shooting wide open jump shots, I've pretty much learned and mastered Steph Curry's base at this point. You see we're getting ankle breakers, hitting him with go-to shots, and with a little help from John on that screen, we find ourselves wide open again. 17-3, a much better game than the last one. Steph's got 9 points and 1 assist, and I have my heat check getting the steal right there. Gonna go ahead and throw up a little lob to Country to get our takeover as well. So again, we have heat check and the deep bomber, which means we should have a huge green window. I'm moving back and forth and finally knock down the go-to shot on the first try with deep bomber and heat check. So that was a perfect game to go ahead and end off this little session. And we actually did end up playing 2 more games and maxing out our set shot specialist at legend, and then I was really close to 88 overall, so I went over to the open run court. This is a really quick VC method that you can do if you need some quick easy VC. Played a couple of those games, got some badge progress, got about 400 VC per game, and now we got up to 21,000 VC. Gonna go ahead and max out our pass accuracy up at a 76 and upgrade our steal up to a 44. And that's going to get Steph to an 88 overall. And real quick again, I wanted to remind you guys, I am doing that 750,000 VC giveaway. Just DM me Steph on TikTok at ABTheBaller YT, and you'll be automatically entered into the 750,000 VC giveaway. And it was another new day on the account, so we went ahead up to the daily reward. Only got 30 jump shot boosts, which honestly isn't too bad, especially since we're on the Steph build. But now we're going to head into the random rec for the first time. I decided we've played enough park, we've played enough theater. Let's get into the rec. We need some my points to get our build up to a 99 regardless. So let's see what the rec is feeling like on the Stephen Curry build. Unfortunately, I didn't have a squad. So like I said, we are in the no squad random rec, which you never know what is going to happen in the random rec, whether you're going to get good teammates, bad teammates. You never really know. Luckily, I was a silver plate at this point, so we didn't really have to worry about our teammates being really bad at the game. All I had to worry about was just get them involved, and hopefully we can get some dubs. But you see, we're late here in the first quarter in our first rec game. Steph's going to go ahead, hit him with a nice little Curry slide, and we get on the board for the first time in the most Steph Curry way possible, knocking down that 3. But you see, our teammate was kind of struggling on defense. They end up scoring 25 points in the first quarter, which is not good. Definitely not what you want to see, but Steph's getting the teammates involved. We also put up 23, so it was a close one back and forth here in our first random rec game. Not too much scoring so far for Steph until that crazy little move right there as we completely crab our defender and hit that nice shot. That is exactly what I'm trying to do out here on the rec. Show the teammates, we'll get them involved, and then also show where Stephen Curry were able to score the ball. So we got 6 points, 4 assists right now, and you see the defense is kind of lacking from our team right now as we're down 38-30. That was the only thing that was really going wrong. We were scoring, and you see I get a clunky little turnover right there. Not really sure what went on, and then that guy just comes down. I think this guy was actually like a legend too. So you see he's out there flopping, doing his thing. He was feeling good, feeling himself. They was beating up on little old 88 overall Stephen Curry, but it's all good. We're still out here battling. We have 6 points, 5 assists now, but you see the defense just isn't really there. A nice little pass to the corner and a midi, and they're taking a 13-point lead going into halftime pretty much. We got a 13-point deficit that we got to try and come back from. We can't give up just yet as Steph finds someone wide open in the corner. So 6 points, 6 assists at halftime. Not anything too crazy. Still trying to learn how the Steph Curry build is feeling here in the rec, but you see our teammates would kind of start to let us down here in the second half, and these other guys were just swinging the ball all over the place. They honestly were just a better team. You see we're now down 16 points. Not much going on for Steph. Would finally find myself wide open for 3, and I really wasn't missing too much. You see I'm shooting 75% from 3. We have our heat check, so we're going to be able to get a nice easy bucket here as we get a nice layup to go right there. Still looking to get our heat check shot off, but don't want to force anything. But yeah, I mean, you see the defense here in the second half it was not looking good. We're down by 22 now. Our teammates aren't even giving me the ball anymore. I don't know what's going on. Things are just not looking good. We can't even grab a rebound. They're kicking it back out wide open for 3. So we're now down 25 points, but I still have my heat check, so you know I got to at least look for a wide open shot. Don't find it there, so again, we're just taking the nice easy layup. But now we're down by 26 here late in the 4th quarter, and I'm going to go ahead, shoot this one up with the heat check and actually fade away from 3 in the corner, and we knock it down. So I'll definitely take that. That's a good confidence booster. At least you know we have that in our bag. And again, we're just taking easy layups, but it would not be enough as we end up losing our first random rec game by 30. So not a great start to Steph's career here, at least in the rec center, but at least we get some good badge progress. We got a decent amount of my points, 21,000, but only 600 VC, which for a random rec game is not the best. But I mean, I didn't play too bad. 7 for 10 from the field, 4 for 6 from 3, 20 points, 7 assists. We'll definitely take that. Just hopefully in these next couple of random rec games, we get some better teammates. Again, that's really what it comes down to in the random rec, is the teammates that you get. It's kind of luck of the draw, but it's also on us to get them involved and get their confidence up as we get a nice easy assist there to start this one off here in the 1st quarter. About 3 minutes left to go. We are up 7-5. We're looking for something here, playing some solid defense, but they would end up knocking down that nice midi shot right there. So it's 7-7 now. Got to try and get on the board. So I'm looking to get a shot, actually get a nice double screen from our teammates. That's what I'm talking about. I need some more of that. Get some nice easy threes up with some nice screens from our teammate. In that last game, we were not getting many screens at all. The teammates weren't really helping us out. You see, nice little Curry slide to the left, popping that one in nice and quick. 18-12 now, already up to 6 points in the 1st quarter. Looking to play some more solid defense. We do exactly that. Get a stop, moving it out in transition. KD's going to go ahead and find Steph. A little Golden State Warriors from 2018 connection right there as we get our 9th point already here in the 1st quarter, and we have that heat check. Gonna go ahead and knock down our 4-3 of the 1st quarter. So we're already up to 12 points, way better than last game, and we're gonna get a nice easy assist over to our teammates. So 12 points, 2 assists, not a bad way to start this game, but unfortunately our defense would start to fall apart a little bit here in the 2nd quarter. We leave that guy just wide open. I'm not exactly sure what we were doing there, but again, still trying to get my teammates involved. You see we're passing it around a little bit. Unfortunately, KD's not able to knock that one down, and they would start to get some momentum on their side as they find another guy wide open for 3 in the corner. So just like that, our 10-point lead is gone, and we're only up by 1 point now here late in the 1st half. We would get another assist, so 12 points, 4 assists, and KD actually knocks down this crazy deep shot with no takeover whatsoever. I'm not exactly sure how he knocked that one down, but we will definitely take it. But here in the 2nd half, things would stay close as we're only up 55-54 after they knocked down that 3. And I think at this point in the game is when they really started to just double me every single time. So I had to start dotting the AI that was on our team the entire game. Kind of annoying. We haven't put up any points since the 1st quarter, so we definitely got to try and be aggressive here in the 4th, especially since it's a close game. And we'd actually find ourselves down 76-72, but luckily we would find ourselves wide open in the midi. So we're starting to score a little bit here in the 4th, still down by 2, but after this assist over to our big man, we're going to go ahead, tie this one up, and it was a close one all the way to the end. You see we're up now 82-81. I'm just trying to not turn the ball over here. We don't want to give up the ball and give them a free bucket, but you see our teammate had another idea in mind. Steph tries to get the steal, unfortunately not able to get it. A very questionable shot from our teammate, and then they come down and get a great little mid-range shot right there. So now we're down by 1. We need a bucket here. I'm looking to do something. Probably had the lane right there if I would have taken it, but I pass it over to my teammate, and then the guy calls for an alley-oop from the AI. I don't know what we're doing. We're kind of falling apart here. Only down by 1, but again, the corner defense just wasn't there. We're down 86-82 now, and we would kind of just run out of time in this one. We would get another wide open 3 right at the end, but with only 0.2 left to go in the game, we weren't going to be able to get this one done. So we lose another one here in the random rec, 86-85. Got 26,000 my points and 700 VC. So a little bit better of a game for Steph. 19 points, 8 assists, 7 for 12, and 5 for 7 from 3. So not too bad, but again, we're just still praying for some better teammates here in the random wreck. You see, we're down already 6-2 in this one, so I'm thinking no way we get another loss. We can't start 0-3 here in the random wreck on Steph Curry. Luckily, our teammates here actually started to play some defense, get him to jump, and Steph knocks down that 3. So we get a little momentum here at the end of the first quarter. Again, still getting those teammates involved as he knocks down that wide open corner 3 shot. And this was another close one. We're down by 7 right now. I think someone on our team actually ended up quitting. So yeah, we just got to get through the struggles here of the random wreck, but we're going to grab this board here in the second quarter, push it up in transition over to our teammate. And as long as we have some guys that are knocking down wide open shots, Steph's going to do his thing, and we should be able to try and get a win. As again, we're attacking the rim a little bit. He's guarding the 3, so we're getting a layup to go there. We would cut the lead down to 2 here late in the first half. I don't know what this guy was doing. He was kind of just running all over the place in circles. Eventually finds Steph though, and we get another wide open 3. So like I said, this was another close one. We're down by 1 now, but Steph running out to the 3-point line, doing exactly what Steph Curry would do in real life, taking a 3 instead of a 2. And that's going to give us the lead again. Our teammate playing some great defense here. A little late pass to Steph, but eventually he finds us out on the 3-point line. And now we're getting the momentum on our side, but they would come back again. Like I said, this was a back and forth game. Each team was scoring over and over again, and Steph with the heat check, knocking that one down. I'm getting more and more confident in the wreck with the dribble moves. Again, attacking the rim off of the Curry slide. If he's going to start guarding up, I'm going to take it to the rim, and as long as the paint is clear, we don't have anybody randomly cutting or anything, we're going to get free buckets. And again, this guy, I can't even say his name. I don't know what it is. It's like H. Dill or something. Shout out to him. He was getting a bunch of stops for us. And again, that Curry slide in the corner is a killer move. So we got 22 points, 8 assists, make that 9 assists now here in the fourth quarter. We have a 5-point lead, so it's looking good. If things hold on, we should be able to get our first win, but I leave my guy wide open for 3, so we got to get that one back. Get it back for the squad as Steph Curry sliding to the right, knocks down a tough deep bomber shot right there. And we're down by 1 now. I don't know what was happening to our power forward. He was just crashing out at the end of the game. He's doing the classic. He doesn't want to play offense now, and then he's just going to go ahead and take a crazy layup when he does get the ball. I don't know what's going on. Classic random wreck shenanigans, but Steph Curry with a 44 steal gets the intercepting pass, and now we have two-way and the deep bomber, but I pass it over to the teammate, and he knocks down a clutch shot. 79-78 now. We got to get a stop, but the AI knocks down a clutch 3 in the corner. We almost turned it over right there, but I know our teammate has the AI on him, so I hit him in the corner, and he knocks it down right back. 82-81, 10 seconds left to go in this one. We got to get a stop, so I go ahead, use our take foul, so we have no more fouls left to give. We just got to play straight up defense. He gets an ankle breaker on me, but decides to pass out. He's kind of open in the corner, but Steph jumps, and he doesn't get the shot off. And after 2 close games here in the random wreck, we finally get a win. 48,000 my points and almost 1,400 VC, and we maxed out our limitless range. Easily the best game that we played so far in the wreck. 25 points, 11 assists. So we will definitely take that. And it was a new day on the account, so I decided to go ahead, hit the daily reward. We got 2,500 VC, so we'll definitely take that. I decided to use one of my badge elevators on slippery off ball. And again, here is what my badges are looking like. We got the max +2s on slippery off ball. Lightning launch, we used the max +1 on dimer to get that to gold, and the badges are looking really, really solid now. And we decided to go ahead, hit up the random wreck a little bit more, ended up getting this team to quit after we finally got a good game. And then I ended up running a couple of more random wreck games. Obviously, I can't show all of them or this video would be 3 hours long, but yeah, we ended up playing a couple more random wreck games, maxing out some badges, getting around 1,000 VC a game when we did win. And then we had one more random wreck game to play until we should be closing in on that 89 overall. You see, we're currently averaging 13 points, shooting 72% from 3, on the Steph Curry build, and with moves like that, you see exactly why. We are feeling really, really good on this build now, feeling real confident after about, I think, 7 or 8 random rec games in total that we've played so far on the Steph build. Feeling really confident, and like I said, we played a bunch of games, finally started to get some good teammates as we knocked down that midi right there. So we're cruising through this game right now, 24-18 in the second quarter. We got a big man center setting screens for us, so we're just going to use little Curry slides, work around the screen just like Steph would do in real life, and get these threes up as quickly as we can. As you see, they go ahead and knock down that 2, so it's 27-20 now, 8 points, 2 assists for Steph. Not anything too crazy. Again, still trying to keep the teammates involved. Don't want to shoot too much, but when we're getting big bodies like that from our teammate, you know we got to take advantage of that as we knock down another 3. 40-21 now here in the second quarter. Probably had that shot right there. But like I said, we got to keep the teammates involved, keep them engaged. Don't just want to put up 20 points in the first half and then get iced out for the rest of the game. That's definitely happened to me before, as I'm sure it's happened to a lot of you in the random rec. When you're having that really good game and then your teammates just decide, hey, that's enough. We were trying to eat too. As you see, kind of a questionable shot right there. Probably could have greened it, but again, we got that big boy down there grabbing boards, kicking it back out to Steph. Those are just things you love to see as a point guard in the rec. You miss a shot you probably should have made, but your center rewards you, kicks it back out to you because they got confidence, and you knock down a 3 as we have a 14-point lead going into halftime, as we also get a player of the half. So that's an extra 100 VC, and it was more of the same in the second half. You see our teammate setting us a big body yet again, hitting a wide open 3 here in the fourth quarter of 65-55, 21 points, 6 assists for Steph Curry. You see we're swinging this one around, and again, that Curry slide is feeling really, really good. The amount of times I've scored off the Curry slide in the rec specifically is probably at least like 75% of my shots, but I'm not going to complain about it. It's a really, really solid move. And look, our teammates are even finding us in transition wide open in the corner. So we ended up dominating this game, 27 points. And after this deep bomber shot, that's going to be a 30 ball for Steph in the rec. So we will definitely take that. We love to see it. 30 points, 9 assists, and a 20-point win for Steph Curry in the random rec. End up maxing out our unpluckable at gold and getting almost 1,500 VC from that game. As you see, we shot 11 for 15, 8 for 12 from 3. We will definitely take that. So I ended up completing all of my daily challenges on this specific day, getting us some extra VC. So we got up to 13,800 VC. So I went ahead and maxed out my steal at a 67, perimeter defense up to a 54. And just like that, Steph Curry is all the way up to an 89 overall now. And here's a little update on what the badges are looking like. We pretty much just need to max out our 3 at a 99 to get all of these legend badges. You see we got a bunch of gold badges and some bronze badges as well now that we've maxed out some of our defensive stats. So I went ahead, decided to go back to our my court again one more time. This is going to be the last NBA season that we're doing in this 60-99, but you see we have this quest for the Hall of Fame. We got to crack the top 10 in the dynasty list and also get 30 stars in the out of bounds storyline, and we have this dynamic duo GOAT skills. So we got a couple things we got to tie up here in my career, so I decided to go ahead and just run through an entire NBA season really, really quickly. You can really get through an NBA season in like an hour and a half, 2 hours if you're doing the foul method and just playing the fourth quarter. But we ended up quickly finishing our first half of the NBA season, and then obviously we got to do the same thing again, go back to our my court, select our second half season goals, and we also did end up hitting max potential of 95, and we got another 9,000 VC from completing the dynamic duo GOAT skills. So then we just had 1 or 2 more NBA games left to play in our third season, and you should know the drill at this point. We win another MVP, and then we're just going to go ahead, simulate to the playoffs, and then we simulate all the way to the NBA finals to where we just have to play this last game. So we went ahead, did that, dropped 39 points up against the Celtics. And just like that, Steph Curry and the Thunder have our third NBA title. We're going to go ahead, lift that trophy, collect the 800 VC that we get from this game. And then when we go back and see how much VC we're working with before we even complete the Hall of Fame quest for another 10,000 VC, we're all the way up to 23,000. So that's going to get us very close to getting a 99 3-point shot. We just needed around 1,000 more VC. So again, We hit up the open run court, played a couple games there, got some good badge progress, and just like that, we got up to 24,700 BC in the bank. And that's going to give us enough to get to a 99 3-point rating, and that's going to get Steph Curry to a 90 overall. And that's the reason why I went ahead and knocked out that third NBA season, just so I could use pretty much all of the VC on that 99 3-point rating since it costs so much. And now you see, after we play pretty much just one more park game, we're going to get all of the badge progress that we need to get Legend Limitless Range, Legend Deadeye, Legend Shifty Shooter, and then eventually Legend Mini Marksman. And here we are at a 90 overall. Obviously, the first thing we got to do is hit the wheel spin when we get on the account for the day. We end up getting 3,000 VC, so I'll definitely take that. So we're already up to 3,400 VC as a 90 overall. You can kind of see this is where the build stands right now. And if we look at the badges, you see we only have to play one more game to get Deadeye, Limitless Range, and Shifty Shooter on Legend. And then we're also only a few games away from Legend Mini Marksman and Ankle Assassin on Hall of Fame. And this is also what the badge perks are looking like if you were curious. But now it is time to head into the park. As a 90 overall, we got to get that VC up. We're not going to be playing much, if any, my career in this video at all. We're going to be grinding it all straight the old-fashioned way. Just coming out here on the park and trying to get as many wins as possible. We're out here with the homies Jack and Sage, and you see Jack's gonna go ahead, start us off with a nice little outlap pass. You know we gotta knock that one down. A little bit later in the game, it's 6-8. We're actually down in this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and dot Jack in the corner. Now that we've got our pass accuracy maxed out, I can finally come out here in the park and throw some decent passes to my teammates. I think the last time we were out on the park, I had like a 56 pass accuracy or something like that, but you see Steph's gonna go ahead, grab that board, run all the way out to the 3-point line, and also get his ankles broken a little bit. So we definitely got to get that one back. 15-15 now. We're actually in a close game, but Steph's got the deep bomber, so we're gonna hit a little Curry slide over to the left and knock that one down. And we got the heat check and the deep bomber, so you already know what that means. We're gonna be looking for something crazy here. Can't really do anything too wild. We are in a 1-point game, but you know I gotta go for it. We gotta go for a crazy go-to shot to finish this one off. We got 9 points, 1 rebound, and 3 assists. Hitting them with a little ISO, Curry sliding left and right, and I decide to go for a half-court shot. Kind of a questionable shot selection from Steph, I can't lie, but luckily they would end up coming down and missing, so I went ahead, just throw it up to Sage. We're gonna just look for a nice easy bucket here. Find Jack in the corner. It pulls him in, so we end up taking the nice easy 2, and then we just needed one more bucket to go ahead and finish this one off. So we don't get the crazy deep bomber heat check shot just yet, but just know it is definitely coming. So we're gonna go ahead and get that Legend Limitless Range unlocked. We still have to wait for the other 2 badges because we didn't shoot a shot that included Deadeye or Shifty Shooter. So we got to try and get those in this game because I definitely want to get all of those Legend badges as soon as possible. You see what the pass accuracy is looking like now. It's way better. I only have a 76 pass, so it's not anything too crazy, but I think the Curry pass style is definitely helping. As you see, we're getting the Wizards mascot with a nice little pump right there, knocking down that 3. You see we're up 6-5 at this point in the game, and I'm looking for another shot, trying to Curry slide around, end up going ahead and taking the nice easy layup. That is one thing that I've really come to love about this Steph Curry build. Obviously the 99-3 is really fun, but Steph Curry's layup package is actually really solid. So when I'm not able to get a 3 up, I can kind of just rim run, get to the rim and throw up a layup, and a lot of the times I get a good animation. As you see, we get another good animation right there with a steal. Try and throw it up to Sage, but the Wizard mascot was not having it, but we end up getting the 2 either way, so it's all good. Kind of dominating this game right here, 15-8. Steph's got 8 points, 1 steal, and 1 assist so far. Again, probably could have taken that layup. Also, probably could have ran out for 3, but you know, we got to be a little unselfish sometimes. Throwing that one out to Jack and getting the assist. So we got that deep bomber. Got to get a 3 to win the game, so you might suspect what is coming. After we play some good defense right here, get a 70% contested shot. Gonna go ahead, take this one over to half court, and here it comes, the go-to shot. And we knock it down on the first try. I'm still getting that go-to timing down, but when I green it, it is definitely really satisfying. And with that, we went ahead and unlocked Legend Deadeye and legend shifty shooter as well, getting that 590 BC per game. Obviously, since we're out here with some squad members, really solid that we're getting that amount of BC for a part game. And it was just more of the same. As you see, that one rolls around to start this one off 3-3. So we got, again, get a stop, see what we can do. We're pretty much scoring every single possession down the court. So if we get 2 or 3 stops a game, we should win pretty much every single game. Haven't really played anybody that was, you know, crazy comp or anything like that. You see Steph hitting him with a nice little quick stop right there, knocking down that 3. And as I was saying, we weren't really playing any comp. We're kind of in a close zone right here, 7-6. Not sure how I got a rust early on that one, but it's all good. Sage and Jack have my back, and we're gonna go ahead and get that 3 either way. Here it is 9-9. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hit Jack. They're just leaving him wide open. I'm not exactly sure why they would do that. So now it is 12-9, and after a little Curry slide to the corner, we're knocking that one down. Again, one of my favorite moves to do on this build is that little Curry slide to the corner. It's just so effective. And we're throwing a little dot as well to Jack over in the corner. So now it's 18-11, a similar position as the last game. You know what we're looking to do after we get the ball back. But first, we got to play some solid defense. They would end up getting a questionable 3 right there. I think Jack probably should have gotten that steal, but it's all good. We're still up 4 points. Got a little wiggle room, so I'm going to try and shoot up something crazy, and I do exactly that. Pulling up from half court with confidence. That's what you have to do when you have that deep bomber. Just pull up from wherever with confidence, and you'll be able to knock it down pretty much every single time, especially on a build with 99-3. That definitely helps out a bit. But like I said, we were kind of just cruising through most of the games that we played. Weren't playing anybody that was causing us too much trouble. As you see, Jack's getting that nice little lane steal, throwing over to Sage, a nice little extra pass to Curry in the corner. And that is another reason why I really just love this build. Not only can I bring it up pretty much every single time and get a bucket, you know, 3 hunting, I can also just run around with this 91 speed, get to my spot off ball, and just shoot off catch and shoot. I just love this build so much, and I'm really glad I decided to do the Steph Curry build. A lot of you guys in the comments have been telling me that you also have been making a Steph Curry type build, so that is really cool to see. I specifically still like the NBA template build, but I'm sure there's a bunch of Curry builds with a 99-3 that, you know, you could probably change some stats here and there to make the build, you know, more meta, but I think there's just something different about doing an NBA player build. As you see, we get that nice little walk back move to go. That is something I've been working on. If I could get that down consistently, I would definitely be a way better guard on this game. But me personally, I don't really like to do a bunch of all, you know, the crazy dribble moves or anything like that. I just try and get to my spot and get a bucket. That's why a lot of the times you just see me doing go-to shots, Curry slides. I don't do anything too fancy, but you see right there, we're kind of cooking up a little bit. It doesn't take too much to get some space on this Curry build, and once we do, it's over, as we're getting that lane steal as well. I'm really enjoying having high defense now on this build as well, and I try and go for the go-to shot with heat check. Not able to knock it down, unfortunately. For some reason, I just could never get the timing down with this go-to shot. No matter if I had takeover, heat check at the same time, for some reason, I just cannot hit the Steph Curry go-to shot consistently. I don't know what it is, if it's just the animation or what, but either way, after a couple of Curry slides, we get past the big man and finish off another game. You see, we already went on a 5-game win streak, and we end up playing a couple more games. Unfortunately, we did end up losing the streak, but then we decided to go ahead and head over to another court where they had a 15-game win streak. I wasn't really planning to go streak hunting this early on in the Steph Curry 60-99, but Sage was looking for some VC, so I decided, hey, why not? If we win this game, that's going to be 10,000 VC added to the bank. But you see, it's off to a bad start as I dribble right into the defender, so we're already down 5-0, and I gotta lock in here. This is 10,000 VC on the line, which is a lot for a no money spent 60-99. We go ahead, take that nice easy bucket, get the nerves calmed, get on the board, and now it is 7-2. I'm kind of looking a little sus right now, though, I can't lie. Looking for a shot. They're playing some solid defense. This is obviously a meta lineup that we're playing up against. As you see, we get that nice little Curry slide to go, get us on the board with a 3, and after a steal, Jack's gonna go ahead and get that one, throw it up to us, and now just like that, we're all tied up at 7-7, right back in this game. Sage plays some solid defense, so now we're out on the break. Slow it down a little bit, and then I do the same thing again. dribble right into the defender. And I don't even remember what kind of build this guy was on. Obviously, it's a big lockdown build. So we go ahead, give it over to Sage. He's got some ball handle in him as well. And he finds Jack with a great pass out the top of the three-point line. So now it's 10-9 after we get a very crucial stop. We got to try and get a bucket. I'm telling Jack to just go ahead, slip, take the easy buckets. And now we have a 3-point lead. So at this point, I'm telling them, don't give up any threes. If we give up a 2, it's fine. We just have to score pretty much every single possession that we get the ball from here on out. We can go ahead and get this 10,000 VC really quickly. Again, I'm trying to tell Jack to go ahead and cut. Sage ends up cutting instead, so it's all good. We get a little crowded over here in the corner, so we got to reset the play. Jack cuts back door yet again, getting the tough layup to go. So again, we're up by 3. Just cannot give up a 3-point basket, and we'll be good. Just lock them down, give them a 2 if they need to, but Sage plays great defense regardless, gets us a stop, throw it up to Steph in transition. I see Jack on the left side, and he's knocking that one down again. He really is the MVP of this game. It's in his name, and he is acting like it right now. He's absolutely hooping. 17-11. This is looking really solid. A tough shot from them big man right there. Cuts the lead down to 3. 17-14. Again, we just need to score. It doesn't matter if it's a 2 or a 3. He almost gets a blitz steal on me right there, but it's all good. At this point, I'm not even looking to score. I'm just sending Jack on a cut every single time. That big man cannot guard him. It's 19-14 now. We are looking really good. Sage gets the blitz steal, and just like that, we go ahead and win ourselves 10,000 VC in a pretty convincing way. 10,447 VC, just like that, for the Steph Curry build. So now we're all the way back up to 18,000 BC. Gonna go ahead and use that on the driving layup to get that up to an 80. Just like that, Curry is all the way up to a 92 overall. Like I said, I wasn't really planning on doing much streak hunting on the Curry build because obviously when we play these really good lineups, they're gonna have a crazy big lockdown on me, and it's gonna be tough with Sage on a small guard as well. But we got Jack going for backdoor cuts pretty much every single time. We should be chilling. So it's 5-5 in this game. This was another 5-game win streak that we pulled up on. So this is for 2,500 BC. You know, kind of a weird play right there, but Steph picks it up, knocks down a 3. So it is 8-5 now. And I will say these guys definitely weren't as sweaty. Nothing against them, but they just weren't as good as that first team that we played that was on a 15-game win streak. These guys were only on a 5. So again, nothing against them, but they just definitely didn't pose as much of a threat as that last team did. As you see, me and Jack hitting them with a nice little pick and pop right there, and Curry gets the 3 to go. So we got 6 points, 3 assists in this one so far, and I'm moving good right now. We got that 80 driving layup, so you're definitely going to see me start driving to my rim a little bit more with a little more confidence. But you see, we're just moving here right through the defense, sliding on through, getting easy layups pretty much every single time down the court. 18-14 now. Curry's gonna go ahead, take another layup. Why not? They're giving it every single time. We have to take it, especially in a game like this for 2,500 VC. Might not be anything too crazy like 10,000 VC for a game, but hey, 2,500 VC in one part game is a lot for 92 overall Steph Curry, but they would end up getting a 3 right there. So it's 20-17, kind of making it a ball game. We definitely want to score right here because things are going to get a little bit shaky if we don't, but Steph's got us. I don't know why he would jump at that because that just leads to a wide open 3 for Steph. And just like that, we win another 2,500 VC by breaking that 5 streak. And then we also max out Ankle Assassin on Hall of Fame. So things are looking really good for Steph Curry right now. We tried to pull up on another 7-game win streak, but just quickly showing you what happened in this one. Things were not as pretty as the last 2 games. You see, I have 7 points right now, 1 assist, trying to stay in this game. I'm gonna go ahead and take another easy layup again. They were kind of just giving up 2s at this point in the game, and you'll see just why we did not end up winning this game. I'll just go ahead and spoil it for you right now. This guy was kind of in his bag. I can't even lie. He cooked us pretty much the entire game. I think he had all 21 points, if not 18. Yeah, I think he had 18 because I left my guy wide open here in the corner. So they went ahead and beat us. Not every game was as good as the last 2, but it's all good. We got our 296 VC. And then I decided to go ahead and hit up the 2K TV after that nice little park session with Sage and Jack. Again, shout out to them for helping Steph Curry out. So we went ahead, answered some questions on 2K TV, and then after that, we went ahead and checked how much VC we have, and we're up to 7,500 as a 92 overall. So obviously we need a little bit more VC before we can upgrade again. And I had this Hall of Fame quest for my career where we already cracked the top 10 in the dynasty list, but we need 30 stars in the Out of Bounds storyline, which I didn't get when I first did it. Somehow, again, I always end up doing this. I don't get all 30 stars the first time I play through the Out of Bounds storyline, but either way, it's all good. We only had to play 2 more games of this, and we ended up getting around 800 VC for each of these games as well. So it honestly wasn't too bad. It worked out in the end. We got a little extra VC, and we got the 3 stars that we needed for both of those. So now we have 30 stars in the Out of Bounds storyline. So to get that 10,000 VC from that quest, all we have to do is go ahead and view our Hall of Fame speech. So obviously we went ahead, skipped through all of those cutscenes, and just like that, we get another 10,000 VC added to the bank from my career. That will be the last VC that we acquire from my career. And you see we're all the way back up to 19,330, but I still need around 4,000-ish VC to get to a 94 overall. So I decided to head over to the Street Kings Court and set up this My Points method that I will be working on. I need a bunch of My Points to get to a 99 max potential, and getting that all online would take forever. So we had to go ahead and get these games done eventually. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just beating the Phantom and Salty Sam in a game on the street ball court. So we go ahead and beat both of them, and now we'll be able to put them on our team for when we're running this method over and over again. I'm sure you guys already know how to get My Points in this game. A lot of you probably haven't even had to get My Points because you have, 2 or 3 builds that are at 99 overall, and with Rebirth, you normally don't have to grind any My Points. But Steph's out here struggling right now. We need as many My Points as we can get. But now all that we're doing for this My Points method, since we have Salty Sam and the Phantom on our team now, is we're just throwing lobs up to them every single time with a pick and roll and getting as many My Points as possible. You see we get 11,000 from that game, and then we also get 350-ish VC. So that's why I decided to just go ahead, knock out some of these games. We needed some extra VC, and then we obviously need those My Points. So after I played a couple street ball games, got as many My Points as we can, went ahead, maxed out the driving layup, maxed out our perimeter defense, and got our free throw up to a 70, and that's going to give Steph Curry a 94 overall now. So this is a little update on what the badges are currently looking like. Almost maxed badges for Steph Curry. We just have to get mini marksman to legend, and then a bunch of these, finishing and defensive badges. So I decided to go ahead and just use all of the badge elevators that I had, and it actually worked out well, and I got all of my badges maxed out as a 94 overall on this Steph Curry build. We have 7 or 8 legend badges, and the build is just looking crazy at this point. I also decided to go ahead and put a new takeover on that gets our driving layup to a 96 and our speed with ball to a 98, along with that deep bomber. So that's going to be fun the next time we hop online. And again, it was a new day on the account. Went ahead, hit the wheel spin, got lucky again, got 2,500 VC, and then it was back to the street ball court. I told you we had to just get this out of the way and get all of these My Points. Again, if I would have got this done online, it would have took me forever to do. And this also makes me think, I'm not sure if I do another 16 to 99, if I should use Rebirth or not. Let me know down below in the comment section if you think that would kind of be cheating for a 16 to 99 overall challenge. I know it's part of it, but I usually just end up having to grind a bunch of My Points on this street ball court. And since this game has been out for a while, it's not really fun to do, but you see it is a really solid method. We already up to 97 max potential, closing in on 98 after I played a bunch of street ball games. I just played this over and over again for probably about 3 or 4 hours, but we got a bunch of VC. We got a bunch of My Points. We're back up to 28,000 VC literally by just grinding the street ball court over and over again. But now we can go ahead and get our mid-range up to an 86, and just like that, Steph Curry is at a 96 overall with a 98 max potential. So we only have 1 more overall bar left to get. So I decided that was pretty much enough for the street ball court. We got enough. We can get the rest online. So after we get another 2,500 from the wheel spin, it's a new day on the account. You can kind of see what we're going to be playing next, and you can see all of the legend badges on this build. pretty much a maxed out build at this point. Just a few more attributes left to go. And yes, we are hopping into the rec now. We needed to get some more my points, and this is probably the second best way, especially if you're going online, to get my points, is the rec center. So we're here in the random rec. Unfortunately, I did not have any teammates on during this day when I was trying to get all of these my points in the rec, so that's why we're out here in the random rec today. We're gonna have to get it done. I think I am currently at a gold plaque on the Steph Curry build, so we're starting off the game hot with the 3 right there. And since we're in gold plaque rec, hopefully we get some good teammates. Again, it's random rec, so you never really know where we're going to get. But we got Jokic on the team right now, so that is a good sign. We know he wants to pass the ball if he is on a true Jokic build. He's kind of clogging up the paint right now, but I'm going to go ahead and just throw it to him. And luckily, he throws it right back to Steph. So we're already up to 9 points in this first quarter, starting this one off hot. We are looking good in this one so far, and I'm really just trying to score as much as possible. I think for a Steph Curry build, that is the most amount of my points you can get, is just scoring and obviously getting some alley-oops, but getting those in the random rec is definitely gonna be a struggle. So I'm just really trying to score as much as possible, which is why we already have 9 points here in the first quarter. Make that 12 with that nice little Curry shot, and they end up getting an alley-oop on the other end. So it's 21-21 at this point in the second quarter. You see I'm kind of just speeding up the court, looking really fast right now in a 5v5 gameplay setting. I think this was the first time that I played with, all of these max badges and at a really high overall as a 96. So coming out here into the rec, it was definitely a good test to see how the Steph Curry build was feeling. And we are feeling good right now here at the end of the second quarter. 18 points here in the first half. I think I only missed 1 3-point shot, and we get a player of the half, which is worth 100 VC. So we will definitely take that. Kind of a low scoring first half, 27-31, and our teammate started to bug out a little bit. I don't know what he was doing with that shot right there. Maybe he kind of acknowledged it wasn't the greatest shot, but it's all good. We got to try and get back on defense, but we leave a guy wide open in the corner. So you got to give Steph Curry the ball now. Let him take over. Don't have any assist in this game, and that's really because I'm just trying to look for my shot as much as possible. See, hitting him with another great little move right there, running over to the left, knocking down that wide open 3. And we're finally going to get an assist to Jokic right here. He was kind of just standing in the paint the entire game. Like, I couldn't really get to the rim at all. I was just having to 3 hunt, which is fine on a Steph Curry build, but like I was saying earlier, I actually like to drive to the rim on this build, especially when they're playing my 3. But I guess since we have heat check, we'll have to go ahead and throw that one up. We got 24 points here in the third quarter. Still a close game. And you see, finally, Jokic gets out of the paint. And if he can shoot like that, I don't know why he hasn't been doing that the entire game. But we're actually down here in the fourth quarter now, 45-44. Again, Jokic out there on the 3-point line. He was kind of just standing in the paint the entire game up until the fourth quarter. He finally decided, pop and take the wide open shots that are there. But either way, it's all good. Steph Curry is kind of hooping right now. 27 points now, 4 assists in the fourth quarter. We're trying to play some defense right here. This guy kind of knows what he's doing. Hits us with a nice little step back move. So we got to try and get that one back. 3 minutes left to go. It's only a 2-point game, but Steph Curry's got that deep bomber. So I'm looking for something, kind of catching his ankles a little bit, trying to get to the rim, but again, there's kind of just too many people there. Can't really do much. Jokic is going to do the unselfish thing, though. Hit Steph Curry, and with a beautiful little Curry slide, we knock down a clutch shot. A minute left to go, up by 1. Again, Jokic on the pop. It's been there the entire game, and he finally takes another wide open assist right there. So we'll take that. 57-53. I'm kind of just holding the ball here, slowing things down. For some reason, again, he's standing at the top calling for the ball, so I just go ahead and give it over to Jokic. Kind of takes a crazy shot. It was open, so I can't really knock him too much, and the shot clock was winding down, but we got to get a stop right here. Luckily, my guy throws up kind of a crazy shot, and then we would end up getting a layup to go ahead and secure this good first random rec game. Steph Curry with 32 points. A very low scoring game though, 59-53, but we get 50,000 my points and almost 1,400 VC. So that is exactly what I'm looking for every single rec game. Obviously, in the random rec, it's going to be a little tough to do that every game, but we definitely have to try. And when we're getting double screens like that, that will definitely help Steph Curry out. A little bit of a slow start in this one though. 3 points, 3 assists so far, but we're going to get a nice easy layup to go right there. Just completely flying up the court. That is one thing that I'm really enjoying about this build, especially since I changed my takeover to where now I have like a 95, 98 speed with ball when our takeover is all the way maxed out. This build just flies up the court, and it's something that I really enjoy, and it's just perfect for a Steph Curry build. Obviously, in his later years, Steph Curry slowed down a little bit, but I mean, this is basically moving like prime Curry right here, just pulling up, stopping at the logo and knocking that one down. Kind of a crazy shot with deep bomber. But you see here, we're in the third quarter. Things are looking really good, 68 to 57. But you see, when we go to the fourth, my stats didn't really change, but our teams did. I would finally knock down another shot, but it's 83-82 now. Kind of an interesting fourth quarter. A lot of the times my teammates were kind of just crowding over them. Not a great pass right there, I will say, by Steph Curry. So things just went awry here in the fourth quarter. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but we found ourselves down, end up cutting the lead down to 1 right there, and we're down by 3. Take another easy dunk. So it's 91-90 now. After we were up pretty much most of the game, we'd end up having to foul, down by 3 here with 5 seconds left, and I don't even know what went wrong there. That was pretty much just a classic random wreck game. I didn't really show how we lost the lead, but I'm pretty sure our teammates were kind of just messing around. Kind of the opposite of the last game. That was really high scoring. It was like 95 to 90. We only got 733 VC, but we would end up playing a couple more random wreck games throughout this day, you know, just grinding those my points, getting as much as we can, while also trying to get as many wins as we can, obviously, because the more wins you get, the more my points you're going to get as well. But you see, we're cooking up right now, trying to get to the rim. It's kind of a little crowded down there, so we just pass it off over to our teammate. A nice little bailout animation there for Curry, and you see, once we get a nice little extra pass right there from our teammate, gonna knock down a 3. So we're already off to a better start. We just gotta hope and pray that our teammates don't sell us like they did in that last game. Honestly, it was kind of my fault too. I think I had 1 or 2 turnovers that I didn't really even show, but either way, we're on to the next one. It's all good. We're not going to win every single game out here in the random wreck, but you see, we're getting a nice, easy, fast break point right there as we get that nice little lay to go. I really enjoyed that Steph Curry layup package, and we're also getting a steal right here, throwing it up to our teammate and getting an assist as well. But you see here, late in the first half, we're up by 2. They're going to go ahead and miss that shot. Not too much going on for Steph Curry so far. Only 7 points and 2 assists, but we get the ball right here, so we got to try and be a little aggressive. Hit him with a nice little step back move, and that's going to give us our 10th point of the game. So not too bad. Double digits in the first half. We will definitely take that. Trying to get another steal, and we do exactly that, getting the blitz steal, throwing it up again to our teammate as he gets that nice little spin layup to go. So we're looking good here. Time winding down in the first half, and we'll go ahead and secure another player of the half. So we always love that. Love getting that free 100 BC as we only get 10 points, 3 assists. Not anything too crazy here in the third quarter now. We're going to go ahead and get this one from our teammate, run out all the way to the 3-point line. That is another thing that I love to do on this Steph Curry build. I think you're going up for a layup and then you just run out with that 91 speed with ball and just kill him. You see right here, I tried to stop and pop. I mean, I feel like with Legend Limitless, I should be able to knock that down with 2-way, but I guess it was just a little bit too deep. We're actually down by 6 here in the fourth quarter, so Steph Curry's got to lock in, knock down his open shots. You see, I'm not really shooting the greatest from 3-point range right now. I think I was just throwing up a lot of silly shots in this one, but we're down by 3, less than 3 minutes left to go in the game, so we got to lock in here. Probably had the open shot, but decided to pass it over to our teammate as he knocks down a clutch little shot right there. So we're in another close one, 68 to 67. Steph Curry's got 16 points, 7 rebounds as we get a block, a clutch defensive play, kind of open in the corner, but our teammate decides to go ahead and take a dog shot right there. So I can't be mad if he's going to knock it down. I can definitely support that. And then we get another steal, up by 2 at this point in the game. Got to slow things down though. Go ahead and relax. We're up by 2. 54 seconds left to go. I'm just going to go ahead, hand it off over to my teammate. He's kind of been cooking. He does a little spin layup, fakes him out, and gets the and one. I'm not exactly sure if he meant to do that, but we'll definitely take it. And then you see we're up by 2 yet again. Shot clock winding down. Steph Curry with a nice little hesitation move on the wing as we knock down a clutch 3 right there. So 75-70, 20 seconds left. That's 19 points now for Steph Curry. We got our takeover. We got two-way, so we should be able to play some solid defense. We actually end up leaving the guy wide open for 3 in the quarter, so I'm not exactly sure where the defense was at in that one, but we're going to go ahead, get fouled, and now we're heading to the line. I don't think I've showed any free throws on the Steph Curry build so far, but usually I do make them as we missed that first one. But we go ahead and knock down that second one for our 20th point of the game. But now we got to try and get a stop since we missed that first free throw. They got a chance to tie it up, but luckily we're playing some lockdown defense. The center jumps and he gets the block. So Steph Curry is going to be saved by missing a clutch free throw. Don't have to worry about overtime or anything. That's going to be another random wreck dub. Not anything too crazy for Steph, but hey, 49,000 my points and almost 1,400 VC again. I will definitely take that. We ended up playing a couple more games, ended up hitting purple plaque as well on the Steph Curry build. Not something I was really anticipating. And then you see in this one, this was kind of just a blowout game. I think there was a lot of AIs on the court, so I was kind of just handing it off to my teammates. Again, I was really just focused on getting my points. So we only scored 9 points in that game, but we ended up getting another 37,000 my points, about halfway to that 99 max potential. And after all of those random wreck games that we played, we got up to 13,000 VC. So we're going to go ahead, max out our mid-range at an 89, get our close shot up to a 60, and that's going to give Steph Curry a 97 overall. So we are closing in on that 99, and it was a new day on the account, so I went ahead, spun the wheel or the daily rewards, whatever you want to call it, got another 4,500 VC, went ahead and changed my max +2 to legend float game and put slippery off ball on Hall of Fame. Just wanted to switch things up a little bit for the badges. And again, real quick, I just wanted to remind you guys, I am doing that 750,000 VC giveaway over on my TikTok at ABTheBallerYT. All you have to do is DM me 99 overall on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll be automatically entered into the VC giveaway. Now we're going to head into the park. We are done with the rec for the rest of this 60 to 99. The rest is going to be done in the park. We have about half of a bar to get to 99 overall max potential. And then we also obviously need some more VC. So I hit up the homies Jack and Cole. So now we are getting the VC crew bonus from every single game that we play for the rest of the games on Steph Curry. So we'll definitely take that, as Cole's going to go ahead and knock down that 3 in the corner. And obviously I have played with these guys a bunch, so we were feeling really good out here. Obviously Steph Curry's at a 97 overall, getting that nice layup to go. So even if we play some comp out here, we shouldn't have to worry about Steph Curry being a liability anymore. We're pretty much a maxed out build at this point. And I think Cole was on like a 6'8", you know, ISO lockdown type of build, so he's able to help out on defense. And obviously Jack's going to be a sniper out there as he knocks down that 3. We're up 11-7 at this point in the first part game. I'm going to go ahead, swing that one over to Jack, and he's of course is going to knock that one down. 14-10 now. These guys were actually kind of keeping it close. Credit to them, but Steph Curry again finding Jack in the corner. Just the same thing over and over again. They're just leaving him wide open, so we got to give him the ball. 5 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists for Steph. Kind of a well-rounded game so far here in the park. Jack's going to go ahead, grab that rebound, and you know, wide open in the transition is exactly what I'm trying to do on the Steph Curry build, especially with Deep Bomber. That's probably the most automatic shot that you will see on this game with a 99 3-point rating. But they would come back, knock down a 3, so it's 20-13 now. I'm sure I was saying some really nice things in the game chat to them. I definitely wasn't saying anything too crazy, as Jack's going to go ahead and finish that one off as we win our first game out here on the park as a 97 overall. Get 10,000 my points, which for a park game is really solid. Obviously, if we were trying to do some crazy my points method in the park and get this done as quickly as we can, I probably would just throw lobs to these guys over and over again. But when I'm hitting shots like that, we got to have some fun out here, and we'll still be able to get some good my points. Obviously, we still need about 15 to 20,000 VC to get to a 99 overall anyway, so we got to come out here and just grind out these games. Jack's going to go ahead, get another dunk to go right now. We're feeling really good. Only the second game, but you know, the vibes are good. The park is feeling good right now. We got Juice Box Joey on the other side, so we are looking good right now, playing some solid defense. Going to go ahead, bump him out of bounds. You're going to have to be a little bit stronger than that, Joey. And again, I don't even know if anybody was guarding Jack so far today, as he's left wide open again. 15-7 now. Only 5 points so far for Steph in this one, so we definitely got to be a little bit more aggressive at the end of this game, especially if we're trying to get those my points, as Jack gets a nice block right there. A little behind the back move from Curry, and there's that little floater that I haven't really honestly done too much on the Steph Curry build. That's why I went ahead and threw on the Legend Float game. I just wanted to see what it was like, see if Steph Curry's floater is really good in this game. So we're definitely going to be testing that out as a 97, 98 overall. See what the Legend Float game is looking like. I think it's a really solid badge if you have a high driving layup. So we'll see how it's looking. Cole's going to go ahead though and take that easy midi, get us our deep bomber though. So with 7 points, we only need one more bucket to go ahead and win this game. Steph Curry with a nice little go-to shot. And it looks like we're finally starting to get the timing down for that go-to shot. As you know, we've been struggling throughout this entire challenge with that go-to shot, but now we're starting to knock it down a little bit more consistently. And like I said, we were just running it out here in the park today. We played a bunch of games. You see I'm dotting Cole in the corner. The chemistry is looking good, as it is 3-2 in this one so far. Looking to see what Steph can do, trying to feel the build out, going in with that tough layup. I don't know how I greened that. That was kind of insane. I know I have like an 86, 87 driving layup, whatever it is, but that was kind of a crazy one. I don't know how that wasn't, you know, a 30% contested shot or anything, but either way, we'll take it. And we're looking for another bucket right here. Gonna hit him with 2 Curry slides. And again, they're leaving Jack open at the top of the key. An 18% contested shot. So these guys are actually playing some solid defense. We're just making tough shots over and over again. Hitting him with a step back, 2 Curry slides, and a 21% contested shot. I mean, I don't even know what's going on in this game right now. There's just yellows all over the court right now going in. And we're not going to stop, as Cole's going to grab that rebound, throw it up to Steph again. That one's only a 3% contested shot, but that's how I'm feeling on this Curry build right now. Jack gets the steal. Probably could have pulled that one right there, but you know, I got to go for that go-to shot. And we end up missing that one early. That would have kind of been crazy after like 3 yellows in a row if I would have made that, but it's all good. Gonna go ahead, finish this one off with a nice easy layup, and that'll be our 3rd win just like that on the park. We're already having a great time, making some crazy clips, and we're gonna keep it doing exactly that. As you see, we ran up a couple more park games, just trying to get as many my points as we can while also getting the VC. We're getting 500 to 600 VC a game, so we'll definitely take that. And like I said, we were hooping for a while in this park. I think we ended up going on a pretty high win streak. You'll see here in just a second how many games we ended up winning in a row, but you see starting off this one again with a nice little 3% contested shot, sliding over to the corner, and again another wide open 3. I was just feeling so confident at this point using the Steph Curry build. As you see, we're getting the steal as well. Probably could have pulled it right there off of the step back, but why not go for the shifty shooter in the corner? That is one thing I haven't really done on the Steph Curry build. As you see, we have our heat check. Gonna go ahead, take that nice easy floater. I haven't really done any fading shots, and that's mainly because I tried Steph Curry's fade a few times. Hang on, as we get the heat check in the bomber, and that's going to be another 61% contested shot. Kind of crazy right there, but yeah, like I was saying, I didn't really do any crazy, you know, fading shots on this build, mainly because I tried out the Steph Curry fade and it wasn't that good in my opinion. I probably should have tried it a little bit more, because obviously in real life, Steph Curry has hit some crazy fading threes from limitless range or anything like that, and with a 99.3, I probably could have done it on this build. I was just not honestly thinking about it, and I was just going for crazy go-to shots every single time I got takeover here. As you see, again, a little behind the back move, giving us our 16th point of the game. Kind of hooping in this one so far. 16 points, 1 assist, and I'm looking for another go-to shot to end it. I get an ankle breaker, but I somehow, again, just still can't get that go-to shot to go, but it's all good. Jack goes ahead, cleans that one up, and this is where we ended up going ahead and upgrading to a 98 overall in the middle of our win streak. I didn't really want to hop off the court, so went ahead and just upgraded to a 98 right there on the court. So now we just need to get 1 more overall to get to that 99 overall. We need a couple more my points, probably around 30 to 40,000 my points. So we just need to play like 5 or 6 more games, maybe 7, and we should be at a 99 overall on Steph Curry. So we got to lock in here, win every single game. You see the fireball is on the court, so we've been winning a bunch of games out here as a 98 overall already. You see Jack's gonna go ahead, throw that one up to Steph. Obviously, I can't show every single game that we played on this win streak because I think we ended up playing 20 to 25 games, and I'm just showing you the best ones that we got, as we got 9 points in this one so far. Again, moving up in transition, hitting Cole out there on the wing, making the unselfish play. That's going to give us 9 points and 2 assists in that one. We're now on a 12-game streak, and we're closing in on that 99 overall max potential. Looking really, really solid. If only there was something in the game where we could get even more BC for going on a win streak. We could hit this 99 overall faster, but maybe we'll have to wait for the 2K27 60 to 99s for that to take place. But for now, we're in another game right here, up 6-2. Probably could have hit Cole on the little step back right there, but I hit a step back of my own. Again, that is one move that I'm really trying to get down. Obviously, 2K26, we're towards the end of the year. A lot of people already know how to do that little walk back move, but that's something I'm still trying to master. But once you get it down, it's one of the best moves in the game. You see, we might go ahead and pull it off right here as well. A quick little step back. I kind of hesitate, but we knocked down another 3. So we're hooping in this one. 9 points so far. Gonna go ahead, hit him with a nice, easy layup. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Both the defenders stepped up, and then I just sped right by him with that 91 speed with ball. This build, I don't know, it might be one of my favorite, if not my favorite 60 to 99 here that I've done. This build is just so much fun with deep bomber, heat check. You see, we got it again, so we got to go for it here. Stepping back, and I laid it again. I don't know why I could just not consistently knock this one down. I said earlier that I had finally figured it out, but that was kind of a lie. But a crazy little deep bomber shot right there gives us our 14th point of the game. Kind of a wild game so far, but we get the steal right there. 19 to 9. Jack's gonna go ahead, finish that one off. So we finished with 14 points and extended our win streak to 13. Another 526 VC. You see, the win streak got all the way up to 15 games. So when I say we were hooping out here, I definitely mean it. You see another Curry slide to the corner, a little floater. Not exactly sure how that one went in, but hey, maybe that was the legend float game working for us as we're up 2-0. I don't know what this guy is doing, spinning up the court. He goes for a no dip shot in the corner, and I'm out. I'm not even looking to get a board. I know Jack's got it, and we're already down the court. That is how quickly you can get scored on when you're playing the Steph Curry build. Hit him with a nice little hesitation move. Hit him with a Curry slide. Oh my God, we are absolutely killing on this build right now. I mean, this is basically a 99 overall build. We're 98 with max badges. So if you were ever considering making this build, and obviously you have your rebirth and everything, and you're going to be a 99 overall with max badges, 8, 9 legend badges, whatever it is, this is what the build is going to look like. It's one of the best guard builds in the game, especially for an NBA template build. I know I keep saying it, but this easily has to be one of my favorite builds on 2K26. But you see, we got the bomber, the heat check, and we finally knocked down a heavily contested shot right there, giving us our 14th point of the game. So we are hooping out here. We still have the bomber, so I'm looking to shoot something crazier this time. And yeah, if I would have hit that one, we might have just had the end of the video right there. That would have been kind of crazy. Not the greatest shot from Steph Curry, but it's all good. Jack's still going to give us the ball as we get a nice, easy floater right there. So 19 to 12, we're hitting a little night-night celebration on them as well. 16 points in this one for Steph. Just absolutely dominating out here at the park. Jack's going to go ahead, snag that rebound, push it up to Steph in transition. Nice, easy half-court shot. Not anything too crazy as we win our 16th game in a row, another 591 BC. Unfortunately though, we did end up losing the win streak. It was a close game, but there really wasn't much going on for Steph, so there wasn't really any need to show it. We took the L and we just got right back on the court and we continued to hoop. We still need some more VC, and we still obviously need to hit that 99 overall max potential. So luckily Cole and Jack were nice enough to stay on with Steph and hoop for a couple more games as we knock down that deep shot right there. So we are quickly up 5-0 in this game. This guy's trying to cook up, but it's just not working out for him. A nice contest from Cole. Swing it over to me in the corner, and just like that, that is how quickly we could score out here on the Steph Curry build. 6 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists so far. Again, we're kind of just dominating yet another game. What's new? Cole's going to do the unselfish thing, hit Steph right back, a little Curry slides to the left, and we get another free three to go. 9 points now. We're up 16-3. I got heat check and deep bomber, so we might have to go for a crazy shot after we get a stop. Cole's going to grab the rebound, and I actually tried to go for a floater right there. Messed up, took an easy midi, and wasted my heat check, but it's all good. We still have the deep bomber, so we should be able to shoot something crazy. As you see, he hits that nice little spin jumper shot. I can't lie, that was a nice little shot from him right there, but it's all good. Steph's gonna go ahead, work his way back to the half-court line, stepping back for three, and that was a crazy shot. Definitely had no chance of going in, but luckily Cole grabs the rebound, and we decided to shoot that one from beyond half court. Quit messing around with the go-to shots. I don't know why I was so focused on getting as many go-to shots as possible. Obviously because they're pretty cool to look at, but either way, we ended up playing a couple more games, got up to our final game here to get that 99 overall max potential, and then we'll see if we have enough VC to get to that 99 overall. So we got to make this game a good one here. Jack's gonna go ahead, wait for Steph to come to the top of the key, a little stop and pop at the top, and we get that three to go to start this one off. 9-3. Cole's gonna go ahead, take that easy midi, doesn't get it to go this time, but he gets it right back, gets the steal. And again, I love running out there when they think you're going for a layup, getting that free three to go yet again. 6 points so far for Steph. Looking for another one right here, just getting to our spots in this one, not messing around. You can kind of tell I was ready to hit that 99 overall. Wasn't really messing around, taking any crazy deep bomber shots or anything. Well, we don't even have deep bomber yet, but you know what I mean. We're taking some quick and easy buckets, just looking to get to our spot, hitting him with a nice little hesitation move. One more time. I don't know what he's jumping at. And we get to the rim with that nice easy layup. Hit him with a little night celebration as well. We got to. We're feeling good. We almost have that 99 overall that we would grinding for on the Steph Curry build. Cole's going to go ahead, slam that one down. 19-15 after they get that dunk. Kind of got dunked on there, but we're not worried about that whatsoever. We're trying to finish this challenge off. Hit him with one more go-to shot. Hesitation. Another go-to shot with the heat check. And we knock it down for another 7-game win streak. And just like that, we got our 99 overall max potential. We got 500 VC. And when I walked off the court, we had 13,800 VC in the bank. So I'm going to go ahead, max out my post control, max out my free throw, max out the defensive rebound, strength as well, and then the vertical, and that's going to give us a 99 overall on the Steph Curry build. And just like that, we have completed yet another 60-99 challenge here in NBA 2K26. If you guys did enjoy, please consider dropping a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and let me know down below in the comments which NBA player I should do next. But I will see you guys all in the next one.